Alright, I'm live. Can anybody hear me? And is anyone here? I'm doing early today because I'm gonna go paddleboarding soon. Let's see if I can hear myself. Let's see. Is there any audio? Okay, alright. Can I hear myself? I can't hear myself there. Oh, I'm doing early today because okay, I can hear it now. I can hear it. I'm gonna go paddleboarding soon. Alright, so I can hear myself. That's good. And yeah, is anybody in the chat? We have 3 people. Let's see, anyone here? Alright, yeah, so doing the live stream a bit early. And let's see. Oh, Timothy Sullivan's in house. Yeah, I just got your email as well. All right, we'll go over some of that. I was also gonna do a quick summary on the Scott Myers case. It's pretty pretty wild. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, I literally just woke up like 40 minutes ago, so I'm just trying to get everything sorted. All right, so Timothy Sullivan's in the house. We have 5 people now. Is anybody else joining? Let's wait till they join. Also, I'll just set up some stuff. I'm doing early. I gotta close this. Alright, I'm gonna go to web.telegram, MES links, or this one here. Let's log in. Alright, the Hive keychain. Alright, how's my audio, guys? Alright, and let's see. Okay, get Matt G's in house. Good morning. Let's get in here. I'll upload myself. All right. We have 7 people now. All right, we're slowly ramping it up. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, this is. Move this. Let's make the chat a bit bigger. Okay, you can loud and clear. Epic stuff. Let's see how many else. Okay, I'm gonna move this here and. Alright, I think it's all good. A good size right there, or maybe even bigger. Okay, so this goes right here. And we should be good to go. Alright. So we have 7 people in the show. Yeah, it's a bit early in here in Canada, but it should be better time for other people. Like South Africa. Alright. And yeah, so today I'm going paddleboarding literally just right after this. So I'm going to do a quick 2-hour live stream or 2-hour max and then just head out. All right, guys, as always, here's a link to all the links. It's right here. Yeah, I'm just going to go through it now. So 8 people. So link to all the links. We'll go over some of the Doomsday stuff and see what happens. All right, make this, whoops, like this. Okay, good morning. Gary Jackson in the house. Let's go. We got a few regulars in it. It's 8 people. All right. And let's see what else we got here. Okay, and as always, guys, housekeeping. Go to MES links. And you'll see all my links. If you want links to links, you go here, MES links. Everything's there. You got the links to MES stuff, calculators, social media, live streams, math tutorials, science, re-energy, 9/11, etc., blockchain, and so on. And a whole bunch of other stuff there. And also become a super fan. Become a super fan like Timothy Sullivan. You get an emoji. You get a trophy next to your name. And you send me a bunch of cash money. So it's $14.99 Canadian. So about $2 American. Alright, and you also get these custom emojis. Gyroscope, 9/11, Judy Wood book, Hurricane Aaron, and MES. Right. Then you also get a trophy badge. Which is quite amazing. Alright, let's see the next setup is, yeah, as always, Telegram is where I throw everything first because it's easy. It's easy to throw in there. So here's my Telegrams. Go to, yeah, it's easy to just throw links, images, and so on, and then I could sift through them during the live stream or during research and so on. And yeah, so it'll be pretty epic stuff there. And there's some ducks here. Okay, there's some baby ducks. There's Mama Duck was guarding them. Very alert. Anyways, let's see what else we got. All right, so that's the Telegram, and let's see, mute Telegram notifications. Okay, Timothy Sullivan's got all the emojis, guys. Look at that. That's what $15 Canadian can buy you guys. Unbelievable. Okay, and now I'm gonna actually check the microphone. Let's see, sound settings. Master volume. What is this? This is okay. Manage sound devices. Just want to double check it because sometimes it doesn't make it max. How do I do stuff? It's so bad. Device properties. Okay. Additional device properties. Just do a double check. Oh, look, is that another emoji? A duck. All right, to me, someone's got a duck emoji. I should add that to the. Actually, but there's already a duck. I should make a custom MES duck. For okay, this microphone. It says yeah, microphone should be max. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so how's the microphone now? Is it too loud? Oh, Joe LaFiamma is in the house. All right, so microphone should be good. All right, let's see if I can lower this. What happens here? Anyways, okay, I made the volume of the microphone max. Okay, yeah, I don't know why it lowers it sometimes for no reason, literally no reason. Okay, so levels of max, and we are good to go. All right, let me know if it's too loud. Is audio good or too loud? Oh, actually, I'll double check right now. Okay, I'm gonna click this and I'm gonna go. Okay, you have to go scroll here. I'm gonna check. Oh, much better. Okay, Jackson's much better. Epic. All right. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, sometimes like my computer, for some reason, it just lowers the volume of the microphone for absolutely no reason. That's one of the issues we had before when I was wondering why is the microphone not like working. I've been maxed on. I've been locally maxed here. Like, well, this is halfway right here. But then the internal one just somehow just like mutes it for some reason, or like makes it like literally nothing. All right, guys. Yeah, always let me know if the microphone's not up to par. Just let me know. Complain every 5 minutes and then or every 10 minutes until I figure it out. All right. So the next setup. Okay, so we've gone all through all this, and yeah, let's go through what I have. So I made this this thumbnail is pretty epic. This Doomsday one, because it's because you gotta realize the mainstream narrative. Yeah, the mainstream narrative is saying that we're 90 seconds until Doomsday. All right, so that's and usually the way it works is they drip feed what's gonna happen. So it's take it very seriously what they're talking about instead of just saying, oh, it's another psyop, whatever. But obviously it's going to be a psyop, but it's going to affect you and everyone you know. So join me as a deep dive into the apocalyptic warning or predictive programming of the Bulletin of atomic scientists, founded by Albert Einstein. Again, it's Albert Einstein and other Manhattan Project scientists. And they have a Doomsday Clock, and is at the lowest ever time remaining just as a U.S. election or circus. I have a lot of these quotations. In these brackets, or between Donald Trump and Joe Biden is underway, or Obama, or Michelle Obama, Big Mike, or Kamala Harris, or the dark horse Hillary Clinton. So that's my. If you wanted some betting advice, I say put $100 that Hillary Clinton will be the nominee, and then when she decides to run, just cash out, just because the odds will favor will swing like 10x. Anyways. Okay, so the next setup is okay. So next one here is yeah. So I don't have any currently planned guests on the live stream. So if you know anyone that want to join the live stream, or anyone that would be a great guest, let me know, or let them know. Just message them directly instead of me doing the work. But I'll try to get that Odessa from Liberty Talks on the show. That'd be pretty epic. All right. So before we get to the Doomsday Clock stuff, I'm going to go over some Ashton Forbes debunking compilation. This one's pretty wild. Watch this. Okay, so Ashton Forbes. Yeah, so I'll go over what happened here. So if you haven't been following my MH370, you can search up Ashton Forbes on my Telegram. You get 71 messages on Ashton Forbes. All right, so Ashton Forbes. So this was somebody made this compilation. So this was yeah. So this was of Ashton Forbes saying debunked. So he says it nonstop. And here's the compilation. But then Ashton Forbes actually filed a copyright claim. And then so this says this video is no longer available due to a copyright claim by Just X Ashton. All right. But it's a bogus one. This is literally just parody. This is fair use. So the guy could easily counterclaim it or dispute it, but I guess he hasn't yet. And also note that, yes, I wrote, note that Ashton Forbes filed a bogus copyright claim against the channel, but unfortunately I had the video tab opened. Yeah, oh, this is a channel. So this is a channel, this guy, he has 0 videos. Okay, it sounds like Godzilla vs. Behemoth. I only watch highlight clips. I have no more time for elections. That is true. It is Godzilla versus Behemoth. Well, Hillary versus Trump. So yeah, so Trump's gonna win, either fairly or unfairly. But the only person that I've said has a chance to take over is Hillary Clinton, because she's quite powerful in her hilarious way. All right, and yeah, so that channel has 0 videos. Anyways, this was shared on Reddit, and it got pretty viral there, and then all of a sudden you can't watch it anymore, and you can click it. It says this was just X Ashton copyright claims. Now it's asking who, and so I was asking. I actually commented. I said, so the video's not available anymore. And then I was asking, where is how do I get the video? So Ashton filed a bogus copyright claim. Anyone have another link to the video or can upload it here? And then update. So update, I had the video tab open. So I had it, I was going to watch it later. So I literally just had it like clicked here. I would open a new tab. And I left it open for like literally like 3 hours. So update, I had the video tab open. So I was able to record the video while it was still cached. And then I wrote, feel free to download and share from my Telegram. All right, yeah, so so I was able to record the screen while it was cached, even though the video was copyright claim and gone. So it was gone, but I got it. And here's a thumbnail. I took it from the Discord channel. This is how the thumbnail looked. Ashton Forbes debunked Volume 1. So he's gonna do more volumes. That'd be epic. But anyways, let's play this and let's play this video. Okay, I'm gonna have to unmute this.
Debunk, debunks, debunker. Debunkers, debunkers. Debunks it.
Can you guys hear the audio fine? Okay, I'm gonna keep playing. But yeah, he just says debunk nonstop.
Prosaic debunks, debunks. What do I look up? Debunk or something like that? Debunked, debunked, the debunker. Debunker account, debunker subreddit's called Alien Abduction 2014, debunkers, debunk, prosaic debunked, debunkers, debunk.
Okay, it keeps going on and on. Let's see some more
debunk, VFX debunk. I got more VFX debunk.
Look at his clothes all change because he's in different live stream
stuff too. Debunked, VFX debunk. They both have similar buttholes on them. Prosaic debunks. All buttholes are similar. Debunkers, debunks. All buttholes are similar.
Okay, this one where he was debunking. He was trying to debunk the debunk of the that VFX, that explosion one. But his reasoning was, of course, it's gonna look the similar explosion. It's similar to people's buttholes. Let's go back here. Let's go. Let's see what he says.
Debunkers, VFX debunk. My butt is not your butt because they both have similar buttholes on them. Prosaic debunks. All buttholes are similar. Debunkers, debunk, VFX debunk, debunker, debunkers, VFX debunk, debunk.
All right, he keeps going.
Debunk them. Are we done with the debunks for tonight? Debunk, debunks, VFX debunk, debunkers, debunk this, debunker people, debunked, the debunkers, VFX debunked. Debunk the cloud, debunk the videos, debunk the debunkers, debunk it, debunked, the cloud debunked, rebunked, debunkers, debunk, fake debunk. Yeah, I'm not a fan of debunkers, guys. The debunkers, debunk it, debunker subreddit, bunking and debunking, rebunks, debunkers, debunk it, debunk, fake debunks. What is this bullshit?
Okay, this
Why are you so obsessed with
debunkers?
All right. So that's pretty wild. And then another one I was gonna add to the thing. So Ashton. Okay, this was okay. Joking about blaming. Okay, this was in Iran. Okay, this was an interesting one. We'll actually dive in as well. It also ties in with World War III. All right. So this one is very, very interesting. So on his live stream, last month, this person. Okay, so I'll read it out. Okay. Can't wait till I die. Bus Laden. Oh, is that? All right, interesting. Let's go here. Copy message link here. So Ashton Forbes update. So apparently Ashton Forbes' Aunt Mary is worried about Ashton stop taking his his meds or his medication or pills. That comment appears to be deleted now, and that account was created on June 15th, 2024. But a follow-up comment suggests it is really his aunt. Hope Ashton gets the help he needs. So on his live stream last month, this person named Julie Cohen, and then it's just a random account that was created literally last month as well. And the person says, Ashton, please start taking your meds again. Aunt Mary has been calling you, and she says you haven't answered. We are all very worried about you. Or as it says, all right. So something's very, very interesting. So this was screenshot from this account on X. So someone screenshotted here, and then so Ashton, please start taking your meds. And that comment's actually deleted, so you can't find it anymore. But that comment appears to be deleted, and it was created by this account, so it's a real account. You can go here, and that comment only has one comment. So this was created June 15, 2024. So you could possibly say it's either just a prank, or this was actually someone, an older relative of his, very concerned, create an account just to comment on his live stream because he is going nuts. And but then there's a follow-up comment right here that's still live, and it suggests it really is his aunt. So this person here named Alpha Omega commented right at the below, so you could see this comment right here, Alpha Omega, and this was 2 weeks ago. So I'll read it right here. So right here, the comment says, Ashton, I urge you to please listen to Julie. So Julie, this right here, Julie Cohen. I urge you, please listen to Julie. From what I can tell after following up on your quote story, I can say with confidence that you need help. I urge you to get in touch with your family and seek treatment. We're all concerned for you, Ashton. This is no longer a game or funny. I take no pleasure in watching someone suffer from mental illness or struggle with mental health. Shame on these disgusting trolls that encourage and enable you further. Please, Ashton, take a break from the internet for a while, and with all due respect, perhaps reach out to a medical professional. All right, guys. I'll add it right here. So hope Ashton needs help. Hashtag pray for Ashton. All right, guys. So yes. So if it's real, which is I think possibly. So Ashton may need help, guys. Don't go too hard on him. Okay, so another part is I'm gonna keep going on this Ashton stuff. It's pretty hilarious. So right here, he tweeted actually. So he says, if Trump wins, can I get a position where I can help drip science to the public? And yeah, this was if Trump wins administration, becomes president. And then he says, P.S. If you let me reveal MH370, we can pin it on the Iranians. They do something like this, they do it, and he says, what? It's a joke from Rick and Morty. All right, that's interesting. All right, Jeremy Bartlett's in the town. I guess we have 13 people in this show, guys. 13 for an early show. That's pretty good. Early summer show. And again, I'm doing early one because I'm going paddle boarding soon. Like literally right after this. I'm going to do a quick live stream and see what happens. All right, so that was Ashton's. So I copied the link. I'm going to put this back in here. Where's the stuff here? I'm going to organize some stuff. Okay, so Ashton Forbes debunking right here. Okay, so this is Ashton Ant. Okay, and then so the MH370 CGI confirmed case number 9000. Okay, we'll go over this one. We'll go over that one after I'm gonna go over the Doomsday Clock. Actually, we'll go over Doomsday Clock in a bit. I'm just gonna go over right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go over this one right here. This is CGI confirmed case number 1,000,000. See what link this was. Okay, this video fakery. Yeah, so this is just a video fakery one. Okay, so let's just keep going over here. MH370. Okay, video fakery update. Yeah, so that's pretty much confirmed times 1,000. So if you've seen the footage of that supposed infrared one, this is the actual drone that they said it was. But the drone would need a camera that fitted over here. And this is using perfect 3D software. And when you put the camera right here and using 3D software, it lines up exactly where that drone was in that footage. which is a camera view that's floating where it doesn't actually exist in real life. So here's the actual housing of the camera, and this is a curved straight line. This is actually curved. This is a straight line, so it should be actually curved, and the camera's over here. So the actual view was from underneath here. So again, it was using a 3D software. So leading edge of wing is forward of camera. So the camera's actually in front of it. So this shouldn't even be showing where the actual camera is. And so the actual view is right here, and it lines up perfectly. So unless you say, oh, they had a custom custom drone, not on the market. But again, all right. So that was that. And there's actually more stuff on here, and also going over here. So if you've seen that footage of the quote satellite one, again, is using stock footage. It was just using stock cloud footage. Okay, it's 4 a.m. here. Glad I stayed up late, ranting to reflection in the window. Interesting. All right, all right, let's go. Okay, so this one right here, this person 6 months ago. He actually made this. So the top one is recreation. The bottom is original. So this is literally just some guy made it using tools that are available in 2014. And yeah, he even says that in his GitHub, includes the code and everything. And he also made a full web version where you can move it around and see the coordinates. So this is the top one is the recreation. This is the bottom one is the original. You got that drone moving around it, and so on. Yeah, and he gives you the code to make it and all the other stuff he did for this. All right, and see the GitHub, and he'll have the zap right here. It will explode soon. Yeah, so the top one looks actually a bit better than the original. All right, and next one. Okay, the next one's gonna explode. All right, and then this part's gonna explode, and okay, explode. Yeah, so it's just basic video editing. And oh, this is the code he has. I put the other links. So included his, yeah, so this person recreated the entire MH370 satellite footage from scratch using only tools available in 2014. He also included his GitHub code and included a web version that also allows panning while the coordinates update in real time. And that's this right here. So this is the recreation. He made this entire thing, recreated full, you can see the full view of it. And it's moving around. And the coordinates here at the bottom change as well. So you can and he discusses it all. He says he made it because he was tired of people parroting the video as if it's real. So it's obviously fake video. All right, and also furthermore, the infrared footage is basic 3D software objects. Yeah, this is just basic 3D. All of them are just basic 3D objects that you can just download, and they all match up exactly. All right. Video Copilot. Yeah, and there's that one. Everything matches up. The plane and the drone with the camera view in the background. All right, so that matches up. And then one more just to drive the point home. So someone made a global view right here. So this one actually got viral according to my standards according to my standards on Twitter, on X. So this person says, this is my favorite reimagining of the airline abduction video posted by Regicide Anon in May 2014. If anyone knows who created this version, please let me know in the comments. So this right here, this person made a composite video where as the drone or as the plane is moving around, he would ensure that it's always the same size, and then copy and then the background, and then so everything's lining up. Like so you have a global view. So this is where all of the stuff is shown. Anyways, when you have a global view right here, you can see that there's nothing moves in the background. So these ones are going to be still images as it moves out of the frame. But then this part right here, but like during the entire motion there's literally no movement of any clouds. So there it is. And then so what I did was I just made it 10x speed. So here's 10x speed. I'll make it bigger. Here's 10x speed. Nothing's moving. So there's literally nothing's moving anywhere near it or around it. And yeah, so it's using basically still images. And I think the bottom, this is from supposedly satellite. The bottom is supposed to be like water there. There's the way, and there's also like I think still waves that are still, but there's nothing moving even at the bottom. And this is remember, it's supposed to be a giant plane moving around this fast, and there's literally nothing happening anywhere this entire thing. All right. Okay, bless up MES and chat. Wrestle of natives in the house. Okay, so we have 12 people in the chat. Let's go. And then yeah, so someone and then someone says, why do the contrails keep moving away when the plane is gone? I think they slightly dissipate in this footage. But anyways, let's continue on the journey. And I'll include this right here. MES links Ashton. This one right here. This is, I'll put this link instead. Copy paste link. And right here, Ashton. Okay, 4 lines, that's not it. Okay, this is clouds don't move. So again, it's just using still images. Alright, so going further, I'll go a quick recap on the Scott Myers case and then go through the Doomsday Clock and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. Okay. Okay, someone's sending me self-destructing photo. I'm gonna check what's being sent to me. Okay, so I got some crazy stuff. All right, so continue further. Okay, squirrel. Oh, interesting. Yeah, squirrel. Yeah. So my dad's garden actually. Squirrels keep eating the cucumbers. So I got him some. I got him some. Yeah, I got him some like these cutout of owls and put them on there everywhere. So let's see how this looks like. I'm gonna go here. Show this owl right here. Yeah, okay, so we put some owls right here on the garden to prevent the squirrels from eating cucumbers. All right. Anyways, let's see some other stuff right here. And yeah, so they would eat the. So apparently, yeah, they don't even eat the. Like, they don't even wait till the cucumbers grow. They literally just wait, like eat whenever these, even a tiny cucumber that's like this big, they would go and eat it, and it's like doesn't even allow it to grow at all. Okay, spider mites attack my weed plants. Interesting. Alright, get some weed owls for that. Alright, so let's continue further. Okay, Scott Myers. Yes, Scott Myers recap. So Scott Myers, he's the guy that filmed, yeah, so he filmed the second plane on 9/11. And he had a tripod set up and he filmed it. And then he got stabbed in the neck by Carrie Weiser. So I'll do some Google search. I didn't get the link set up. Scott Myers, Carrie, stabbed, neck. So Scott Myers, I'll show you Scott Myers first right here. So I have the link set up here already. Sway, I think we had sway in here. Okay, so zoomed in, mystery plane plus swaying. So we'll go over here to a recap on Scott Myers. I'm going to close some stuff. Okay, I'll close this stuff as well. I'll open these later when we go through the other stuff. Okay, President has power to basically destroy the planet. Alright, this is January 26, 2020. 2020, this is when Biden's president, but they have an image of Trump, like saying he's going to blow up the world. All right, interesting. Interesting predictive programming here. All right, so I'm going to go right here. Okay, this was, I'll read some of this stuff and later. That's from Casimir Rules. All right, and I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. Okay, this is Ashton needing some help right here. And he's watching Greer Watch Party. Alright, this guy, it's unbelievable. Alright, let's continue further. Okay, and yeah, so I closed a whole bunch of stuff here. I'll open, yeah, I'll keep the tab open. Okay, so Scott Myers right here. I'm going to click this and close up zoom footage. Yeah, so this is, first of all, here, it's close up zoom footage of the mystery plane over the WTC on 9/11. So here's this one. It's pretty wild. You have this mystery plane, like literally flying around when all the airspace is supposed to be closed off. And this is, there's the towers right there, possibly doing the projection tech. All right, and then, yeah, so I think Methylminer stated, possibly right here. So the mystery plane doing the 3D projection is most likely, and then Floyd Reynolds says that there's video out there of the building swaying at the moment of impact, not saying it was Flight 1775, but something solid and likely retrofitted that was capable of going 200 miles above VMO at sea level was used. And he says buildings were built to sway. If the building is being affected by it too can cause swaying. But again, like I went over before, yeah, to me someone says Scott Myers is the most interesting man in the world. He actually is. It doesn't make any sense. I think it's like, Scott Myers, I think, is like a real life example of, like, we just found out a spook. That's, and again, in my opinion, I actually think he did die. I think he's a disposable spook. Like, they actually killed him off because he's a bit nuts. Bit too hard to keep going. Anyways, It says right here, yeah. So then this guy says it's swaying, but again, I had an email actually. Someone sent me the exact same footage that he's talking about. There's no swaying of any. There's no swaying upon impact. The swaying is only after the explosion. So I said, do you have a link to this? I'm not seeing any video where the building swayed upon impact. The only swaying I've seen is the building swaying after explosion, and this is Scott Myers footage. He sets up a tripod, and he films this right here perfectly in there. And then he says, I'll do my best to find an archives. I promise I'm not BSing, but like 9/11 revisionist says, a do could cause this as well, and all three of us are in a Dr. Judy Wood corner. And again, I'm saying you could, and I said, I'm not saying you're BSing. I think you're just misremembering. That video that I was sent was the same one. Someone emailed me about saying it swayed on impact, but there's no sway. And here's all 69 footage. Pieces of the footage of the second quote plane. None of them show any swaying upon impact. You can go watch them in frame by frame. There's literally no swaying. The quote plane glides in literally like a hologram, like a knife through butter. It literally zero sway in any way until after the explosion. It's a note, however, though, I'm still of the mind that something physical struck with holographic cloaking. It struck the building. But it wasn't big enough to show any visible swaying on impact. And then he's the one, he says here, will we take a look at this? Is this video manipulated besides being intentionally sped up or edited? I believe this is Scott Myers' footage. Yeah, this is Scott Myers, but this is 8x speed. When you have 8x speed, so let's say your frame rate of your video you're watching is 30 frames per second. If you're going to speed it up so that it's 8 times faster, well, that means, and keeping the same frame rate of 30 seconds, that means you're going to have to lower, you're going to have to remove 30 divided by 8 frames. So you're going to remove a whole bunch of frames and then still play at 30 frames per second. That's the only way you can speed up the video. So what I mean by that is, so I'll illustrate it here. So here's the video. The guy says that it's swaying. Here's 8x speed though. Okay. So it looks like it's swaying upon impact, but again, it's not. And it's after explosion as well. Remember, it's 8x speed. 1 second is 8 seconds. So let's go again. Actually, also note in the background, there's a whole bunch of flickering going on. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, there's very interesting flickering going on. There's a paper orbs or whatnot. But anyways, if you play this. Okay, so that's now. But what happens is here, I'll play it now. With the this extension right here, I have this extension. I have a YouTube extension that I can go frame by frame. I think where's the extensions right here? So if you go to video speed controller, so this is one I use. Options. If I press these buttons, I make it so that it in decrease speed, or which is the next frame. I think I have a frame by frame thingy. I made it dot and not dot. Okay, unless it's changed. I think it's already built in. Okay, so it's not on this thing. I think it's built in. Let's do the if I do question mark. Whoops. If I go here. Yeah, so if you press shift or just press question mark on your keyboard. So press shift on keyboard and it shows you the frame. So previous frame while paused, you could press these buttons. So if you press period, it goes to the next frame. If you press comma, it goes to previous frame. So you can go frame by frame on YouTube. It's pretty amazing. So if you go frame by frame, so I'm going frame by frame. Look at all this flickering going on here. Okay, so that's frame by frame. Let's see. Yeah, so a lot of flickering on it. Okay, now I was holding it. Okay, so now let's go back here. So this is the illusion of this video. So because it removes frames. So look at this. Look, there's a plane. It skipped the entire thing. So look, there's literally no movement right here. It's completely inside, nothing moved. You can go frame by frame, and there's literally no swaying. And then the next frame, it swayed. See that? It kind of moved. It kind of moved slightly. But this is the explosion like 8 frames later, or like a lot later. So again, this is not swaying, and you can see that. Here's the original footage that I used. So I wrote, interesting, that same video I was emailed about. Yeah, someone emailed me. I think there's a disinfo agent saying that there was sway. A demolition guy saying that there was plane. So the disinfo guy. And so interestingly, that's the same video I was emailed about. And that video is 8x speed, which removes frames, giving the illusion the impact caused a sway. But again, the sway is after the explosion. Here's my frame by frame video of the source footage. So here's this is the one I have right here. And the source footage is the actual Scott Myers footage. Again, this is Scott Myers, the guy who filmed this. So here's frame by frame. It goes in. There's literally no swaying. It's 0.1x speed. It's all right. So there's nothing happening. Yeah, and then it starts swaying after explosion. Even during explosion, it's like a tiny bit, but then afterwards you can see it. So here it is. Look, completely in, no sway. There's nothing is moving. All the lines are exactly the same angles. And then after the explosion, you're going to see some slight movements. But even then, it's still not much because it's a giant building. Remember, it's 208 feet wide, a giant square. It's like a giant city. So okay, and then it's stopping here. Okay, what's stopping? I don't know why it's stopping. I just don't know what's going on here. Okay. Then I have a 10x speed there. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. I'll go to, I'll play it on my desktop. Scott Myers. Okay. Scott Myers videotaped sway frame by frame. Okay, so this one is this one. I'll play this here. Yeah, so here it is on my computer directly. So there's no swaying. Let's go back in here. It goes in. There's no swaying. Again, I got to drive the point home. There's no swaying. Okay, so it's not like a giant thing that struck it. And in my opinion, I think even if a building did strike it, yeah, maybe it would be. Even then, I'm not sure if there would be any significant swing. Okay. And then now I have it. Now I make it play very, very fast. Okay. And I'm going to speed it up. Let's see what I speed up to. Okay, speed of 45 times speed. You can see it have moving side to side. See how it's swinging now. Alright. But again, it's after the explosion. And then also, you made another point right here. There's those three dots again. Are those some sort of lens flare or field interference? I've seen those dots in other videos. This one right here, this is actually... You have to go back or previous videos to see this. I mean, or previous images, because these actually got photoshopped in later ones. I didn't even realize. This is the one I used in my earlier video. So where do you get that image from? The one I found online don't show the three dots, but Mark Collin told me that lots of photos were airbrushed to remove the orbs. So this one here, the orbs are removed. In this one, this was an early one, and then I got to find just a link to it. But then here is a whole bunch of orbs. So, but yeah, I think those dots or orbs may be a result of the projection and/or DO technology. It was all around the quote planes too. And here's a link to 9/11 planes researcher Mark Collins. And also I said C13635 of this 9/11 alchemy video. And go back here. Here's a bunch of orbs around everywhere. It could be a projection with dust around there, or it could just be some sort of anomaly in the electric anomaly from the DO/projection or whatnot. Okay, and this was in the Park Foreman's video right here. You have these dots, and you can see in the videos the dots right here. And these are still images with the dots. So still images and videos captured. That's pretty wild. There's dots on top, and there's the dots right here. And he says right here, update December 2019, ARB spot in this photograph below. But he wrote right here, I think he wrote earlier. Yeah, oh, here's another one here. So update, orbs also captured in Rob Howard's photograph below. So it's orbs right here. And he says, note, both of the images above have been cleaned up and had the orbs removed from photographs in later versions. So that's pretty wild. Yeah, this is pretty wild stuff. And even the one that they removed, it still has that orb at the bottom. Even the one that they removed right here, it still has this right here. But I think they airbrushed it out. So that's quite wild stuff there. All right, so that's Scott Myers. Anyway, so that's Scott Myers that filmed this one here. All right, and now Scott Myers is, as Timothy Sullivan says, the most interesting man in the world, and I think he is. So Scott Myers, let's see, he had a whole bunch of stuff. I think his family did a restraining order against him, so we should include that as well. So Scott Myers recap: filmed second plane in 9/11, family or violated family restraining order. Because he's obsessed with 9/11. Alright, so he's obsessed with 9/11. In a bad way, because I'm obsessed, but in a good way. And you can see Scott Myers right here. Scott Myers 9/11. So Scott Myers, again, I think we have like... We literally have like it's like a mini documentary on the life and times of a spook. right, so Scott Myers, frame by frame. This was Scott Myers. Let's go back to Scott Myers. Scott Myers. Okay, yeah, so Scott Myers, he videotaped himself in his house in 2021, on May 10th, 2021, and kept repeating how he lost his family from 9/11, and the U.S. government ruined his life after 9/11. And the security video repeats at the 10:28 mark, starting right at the part anyways. Yeah, so right at the part where he discusses the, quote, plane hitting the North Tower, the footage continues in correct order at the 14:16 mark. Truly a bizarre encounter, so I made this fast forward one. This is and he uploaded to his own channel. And he also worked for Boeing. So this guy worked for Boeing, and so on.
Come on.
So they open up inside here. He's in bed. Let's see what he says right here.
Are you okay?
No.
What's the matter? Are you sick or hurt?
Yes.
What's the matter?
My family was exposed to 9/11, and then we were fucked over by the cops.
All right. So he's talking about 9/11 nonstop. So if you haven't seen this video, go watch this video. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, this is the most ridiculous video. He's talking about 9/11 when he's getting arrested for a restraining order. This is on 2021. This is 20 years later. All right. So Scott Myers is the most interesting man in the world. All right. So he violated family restraining order, and then he gets stabbed in the neck by Carrie Weiser. So he meets this woman at like a charity or a food bank or something, or food court or something. And in bed and fully clothed, for a trip to jail. So he's in bed fully clothed. So I think he kind of knows. He probably knows that they're coming. Whoops. He probably knows that they're coming over. So that's why he's probably in his full. Yeah. So he's fully clothed. Let's see him get up again.
Okay, I understand that, and I
don't understand.
All right. So he's in his bed.
I
fully
empathize
clothed.
with you, sir.
Understand.
We're not discussing that.
So he's arguing with them about 9/11, and the police officer's like, "Why are you talking about 9/11?" Let's go back here.
9/11. Would you like to see the video?
Wait.
Attacked my family after I was attacked by 9/11.
So he says they attacked his family after he was attacked by 9/11. See this again.
I was attacked. My country attacked my family after I was attacked by 9/11.
So he says his country attacked his family after he was attacked on 9/11. So this is some very deep like stuff you got to unravel. So something's happening, I think, with him and the U.S. government probably going after him. Also, he's in bed fully. Let's see, he is fully clothed. Let's see this.
Would you like to see the video?
And he's asking him to see that video I just showed you. Like, why is he talking about the video?
Sir, I just told you. We're not discussing 9/11.
We are discussing.
We have another issue.
They're arguing about 9/11 while I was getting arrested. This guy's like, why are you talking? All right, let's keep going. And he also mentions Osama bin Laden as well at the end. Let's see him get. Oh yeah, he's fully clothed in his suit. Well, it is like 8 p.m., so it's in the nighttime, and he's clothed while lying down here. Probably knows that the police are coming. And let's see.
I'm not.
I was going to help you.
I don't want your help.
Okay.
You're destroying my family after 9/11.
After he can't stop his programming, and he's a ginger as well. His hair's red. Okay, this is another level. Okay, so he's definitely Monarch Butterfly MK Ultra. All right. So anyways, okay. So that was Scott Myers. Okay. So the next one is he gets stabbed in the neck by Carrie Weiser. Gets stabbed in the neck, Carrie Weiser. Okay, before June. Let's see, Scott Myers. Okay, the AI says yes. Scott Myers gets stabbed in the neck by Carrie Weiser. Guilty of murder and the killing. It says mental anguish was caused by his work at his apartment building super where he recovered body parts from the roof. Interesting. He was recovering body parts from the roof on 9/11. That's okay. That's actually okay. He's definitely. You got some definitely some intel. That's unbelievable. Because I was also my cousin Steve Eyes actually messaged me on X, literally yesterday. He says, "It's this one right here. Judy is a medical examiner who identified hundreds of bodies from the 9/11 World Trade Center attacks, many of which were merely scraps of flesh or pieces of the limb. She was called in mid-August 2002 because they had found a bone on top of another skyscraper one-fifth a mile away. In other words, as I told my cousin. Yep, insane. They may have been taken up or levitated with a giant dust cloud as everything was turning to dust, including the humans. So yes, it was likely taken up with the dust cloud. It's like clinged on to the dust cloud as it's being like levitated away and turned to dust, including humans and so on. That's pretty wild. So this is so this is interesting. He's recovering body parts from the roof of 9/11 body parts. I assume you mean. Anyway, so let's see the Carrie Weiser. So videos show Carrie Weiser before and after Scott Myers. So this is Carrie Weiser, and I think a stab right here, and it was only one stab wound. I think autopsy said. Myers building was on John Street. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so see what he says right here. This is videos show Carrie Weiser before and after Scott Myers killing. He wanted to have sex. I didn't want to have sex, Weiser says. All right, it's interesting. And then jury in the Carrie Weiser case showing hours of video taken from a surveillance camera in Scott Myers' apartment and most of Weiser's police interview during the 7th and 8th day of testimony. So she's 32, was charged in second-degree murder and Myers' stabbing death at his home in Catskill in 2021. 68-year-old was found bleeding to death from a single knife wound to the neck, and even autopsy apparently said it was one perfect stab in the neck. So this is a cold-blooded killer, or just professional. Weiser called 911 just after midnight, and the two met in 2018, but connected at a soup kitchen. Yeah, that's what I was talking about in Catskill. Interesting. Coincidence name. So Catskill, so in other words, cat, she's a female, cat is usually a word for female, kill. Cats kill, and the cat killed Scott. Interesting. The two men in 2018, but connected a soup kitchen in Catskill in the days before the killing. They saw each other on November 24, 2021, then met 2 days later at Subversive Brewing in Catskill before heading back to Scott Myers' apartment, which he had outfitted with surveillance cameras. Interesting. The ones we just saw. Weiser's attorney argued that she acted in self-defense after Myers drugged her drink and tried to rape her. Yeah, this is getting wild. The surveillance video, which runs for more than 3 hours, shows the two entering Myers' apartment after returning from the brewery and drinking vodka that Myers pours, with Weiser adding flavoring to her drink from a shaker. They discuss Star Wars, consciousness, and Myers' inability to see his children, according to the video. Interesting. Again, it's probably the 9/11 stuff. Myers was banned from seeing his ex-wife and kids. Okay, so this is some good info. So Myers was barred from seeing his ex-wife and kids after she took out an order of protection on him, which he broke according to court documents, and that's the footage that we showed. So his wife is the one that filed it. The conversation takes a dark turn when the subject of 9/11 comes out. I have not read this article, so this is all. Alright, sorry guys, this is. Wait, I'm like crying right now. Alright. This is. Alright, sorry guys, sorry. Alright. Alright, let's go back to let's get back in the show. Anyways, the conversation takes a turn and the subject of 9/11 comes up. Myers lived close to the World Trade Center during the attacks and shot some of the only footage of the first plane's impact. Friends and family have said Myers was traumatized by the event and his life took a downward turn afterward. In the video, Myers says he worked on Governor's Island in the 1980s when it was still a Coast Guard base, and appears to suggest this gives him insight into what happened on 9/11. So he's talking about the Coast Guard, Governor's Island in the 1980s. I think Myers also had restraining orders to keep away from Catskill public officials. Interesting. Myers tells him her father worked there. Her father worked there. Interesting. And that they must have known each other. All right. So my quick inclination is I think Weiser was sent out to take out the what's his name, Scott. So her father worked at that Governor's Island in the 1980s when it was still a Coast Guard base, Interesting. Coast Guard base. Interesting. And I've been trying to find out about Governors Island since the 1980s. She says, and she goes on to demand what he knows about the base. She goes on to demand what he knows about the base. This is all in the security footage that this article's saying that was shown to in the court. So 3 hours. And she was demanding what he knows about the base. In other words, does he know about the directed energy weapons from the base? All right, so Governors Island, we got to go over there. Let's go. I think we're doing live research right here, guys. Governors Island, New York. I think we found the base for the projection technology and the directed energy weapon. All right, Governors Island, Manhattan, or let's go to maps. Okay, guys, we have his workplace video is at Utah Boeing subcontractor. Yeah, that's quite wild. So the guy's 100% a spook. Okay, the Governors Island right here. All right, guys, and where's Manhattan? Where is Governors Island? Okay, so we found out the base, guys. There's Governors Island when it was a Coast Guard base. Or a military base or something. And there's the 9/11 right there. So there is the attack. So guys, we've solved 9/11. Unbelievable. So this right here, Governor's base, is literally where they projected and directed energy weapon and the projection technology in my quick article glancing over. All right, guys. Bob Greener, I think, says they build the buildings to be taken down. Well, they're turned to dust. Well, I don't know what you mean. Yeah, they could be. They obviously prepared it. They likely prepared it so that. Yeah, so I think it was planned. As they were built, they were planned to be taken down. But again, my only question is how significant is the actual construction related to the dustification? So I think there isn't too much. It's probably just more of like a ceremonial thing. It's because they can turn things into dust. They can literally turn people into dust within buildings. So they can turn different material into dust and leaving the exterior undamaged. So they can like turn it from within without whatever. It's like similar to a cell phone, like saying. So you can talk to someone on a cell phone, like I'm talking, or internet right here. I'm talking to you guys. But I'm inside the house right here. Oh, and you can do it with Wi-Fi or just with, for example, a cell phone. I can call someone even though I'm inside the house. So in other words, they can turn things into dust even inside the house. But yeah, so possibly they knew all the materials and so on. So they might have done similar specific frequencies for whichever material. So they did so I am... No, yes. So I am somewhat in agreement. Just the only issue is how relevant is it besides like a ceremonial thing. I think it's like a bit of 50-50. They probably wanted specific materials be turned in specific frequencies set up. So yes, that's possible. Anyways, could have built something in the center beams. But again, it's the reason that kind of line of thinking just a bit. It's like not that important. Not that relevant. Because the demolition guys, a lot of them point to that as if it's they put explosives or whatnot. So anyways, there's no explosives. So if they did something like that, it would just be specifying materials, like specific materials for specific frequencies. Anyways, going further, going back here, I've been trying to find out about Governors Island since the 1980s. Okay, this article is epic. Partway through the conversation at about 10 p.m., Weiser goes to the bathroom and Myers dims the lights and replaces the shaker Weiser was using with a similar looking shaker. Alright, so he replaces the shaker. She returns from the bathroom and about half an hour pours more vodka and flavors it with a replacement shaker, seemingly unaware that they've been switched. So Weiser literally so Myers literally switched her drink. Later in the video, Weiser says Myers has been twitching ever since Governors Island was brought up, and it's freaking me out. Okay, so he's been twitching. So guys, we're literally reading out some MK Ultra stuff right here. This article. Okay, this is absolutely wild. Just after 11 p.m. that night, according to the video, Weiser begins talking about stabbing people, and asks to see Myers' knives. What is happening? So he's twitching when she's talking about 1980s stuff. He's not giving her the info. It's freaking her out. She's talking about stabbing. I'm not going to stab you, she says later. She says, you just gave me a knife. I guess you trust me. All right. Weiser is unaware of the surveillance camera. How do you unaware there's a million surveillance camera? Asks why he has it. Calling it creepy. She's asking about surveillance camera and requests Myers turn it off. Okay, so she was sent out to kill him. He switches off the camera and the footage ends. Good thing it's all caught on camera. It says in the second video shot from a security camera at this Catskill department, Weiser is seen smeared with blood, slurring her speech, and crying as state police investigator Esther Suarez interviews her for hours. She tells investigator repeatedly that Myers was trying to have sex with her, and she said no. She brings up self-defense and is repeatedly questioned as to what she was defending against and how she defended herself. Please do not tell her Myers is dead. And she says at one point she does not want to press charges according to the video. Interview began at 12:53 a.m. and Weiser demanded an attorney at 2:20 a.m. According to the court documents. Police did not provide her with one and continued to interview her. Weiser's lead attorney, Danielle Nerney, filed a motion to suppress a portion of the interview in 2023, which Greene County Judge Charles M. Teller agreed with at the end of the November 2023. According to the court document, this delayed the trial's start date. Okay, and then she keeps repeating the same thing as if she was like told the script, and she also says she was raped 2 years before and reported to police, but you guys didn't do anything. Interesting. When asked, Myers says Myers never got aggressive with her, but she says she does not remember the end of the night. Maybe I got drunk and stabbed him. I don't remember. Ask him. She later says she hopes she stabbed. She later says she hopes she stabbed Myers. At no point does she say Myers became physical with her. Yeah, and Myers found dead fully clothed. All right, according to the police photographs shown at the trial. Okay, so in Nerney's cross-examination of Suarez, attorney brought up a detail of Myers' autopsy. The man had semen on his thigh. Interesting. Prosecution's last witness, Dr. Jeffrey Hubbard, who performed the autopsy, said men are known to ejaculate after death, and it is something he usually takes note of in an autopsy report and pays no need to. However, he said he could not rule out it as sexual origin. Interesting. What in the world's going on here? All right, he says he expects the attorney to make closing arguments on Monday with the jury sent there. And then I think there's another part. Okay, so Scott Myers got stabbed, according to the court stuff. And she was literally interested in that Governor's Island, and he was twitching when she brought it up. Okay, so, and both their fathers worked here. All right, and used to be a Coast Guard base. All right, so, and 9/11 is right there. All right, so we've solved 9/11, guys. All right, so another part. She claims he was on Viagra and wanted to rape her. She was ruled guilty. Her original lawyer is and her original lawyer is a Freemason, and this was sent top secret info from Kashmir. Let me know if I should wait, getting some info right here. Yeah, let me know if I should show that imager. So yeah, so her lawyer's Freemason, original one, of course. And I'm going to go one last thing before we go. I'm going to go full on the Doomsday stuff. Okay, Scott Myers, Carrie, Weiser, Viagra. So he was also on Viagra. Where's the, I think it's, okay. Where's the thingy? Why can't I just show it here? Carrie's fresh invention. Remember, she opened her Twitter account a month before murder. It is entirely scripted, but why? Yeah, it's interesting that they created the account. Yeah, no, it is scripted. But what I'm trying to say is, like, then you have to say, how is the actual court, the court hearing, the autopsy, the police stuff, even if they don't show it to the public, then you got to say the jury, the judge, etc. And the other thing is, Carrie Weiser and Scott Myers are disposable in terms of there's a bunch of no name, low level people, even if they have connections. So yeah, so unless they somehow faked everything, but I do think, and then they also have blood tests right here, later showing Viagra in the system. All right, so unless it's a promotion for Viagra, yeah. Blood test later showed Myers had Viagra in the system at a high blood alcohol level. So it was yeah. So and they went to subversive brewing. Interesting. And this is a subversive script right here. So that's pretty interesting. So Scott Myers, high Viagra and alcohol, getting stabbed by a person half his age that really wanted to know about Governor's Island. Like this is the island right over there. All right, so and she created her account literally like a month before the murder. So something is definitely up. Definitely up. So, all right. Okay, so we've gone through all that. Let's continue further into here. So this was that stuff. Scott Myers going nuts. Okay, now let's go finally into the Doomsday stuff. All right, so Doomsday Clock right here. I wrote an article on my percentage calculator. Okay, why isn't it showing here? Oh, whoops. Percentage catastrophe. I put the wrong link there. There's public infighting between sheriff's department and state police. Openings for appeals on the jury. Yeah. Yeah. There was there's some interesting stuff going on there. I read about that one there. So there's also some infighting between the actual legal stuff. If they were showing full tapes or whatnot, or if Scott Myers was a bit different. But anyways, it's a bit out of my like mind right now. It's just too ridiculous. So again, he's the most interesting man in the world, and I don't think it's up for debate. He's about to get stabbed, and he's arguing about 9/11, like 23 years or 22 years later. Like, what are you doing? And his ex-wife filed a restraining order because he keeps talking about 9/11. Alright, I wanted to show this right here. Okay, this is Doomsday Clock. I got the link wrong. Okay, this right here. Okay, so there's this update. Oh, we'll do it later. Anyways, so I wrote this one right here. Doomsday Clock, 90 seconds until global catastrophe. So according to the Bulletin of atomic scientists, quote, Doomsday Clock, there's only 90 seconds until midnight. This is the lowest ever time the clock has reached and signals the closest that humanity is towards a global catastrophe, be it natural or technological. Considering a 24-hour day, and I did some calculations, the 90 seconds represents just 0.104%, so I included some percentage in this percentage calculator website. This is interesting fact section. Anyways, I just put that in randomly. Stated in 1947, or started in 1947, the Doomsday Clock started at 7 minutes and reached a peak of 17 minutes in 1991 before reaching its lowest in 2023, which remains to this day. If we assume the average rate of decline from 7 minutes in 1947 to 90 seconds in 2024, we get 330 seconds. We're doing some tutorials right here. We're doing some conspiratorial math. We get 330 seconds divided by 77 years equals 4.28 seconds per year. At this rate, it would take another 21 years to reach midnight, which won't be until 2045. Buckle up, folks. All right, so at this current rate, it will go down like that. But I would assume there's gonna be like a big spike down. So there's gonna be a big spike down, in my opinion, 2025, once Trump is running, and they update every January. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna go through. I had some links open, so I wrote right here links in folder. I didn't have a chance to put them in here. I'll remove this and I'll start putting the links right here into this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, or 4. All right, I'm gonna open up Doomsday Clock statement. Let's see. I'm gonna open the wiki. I'm gonna open a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna close this. This was, and I made this thumbnail pretty epic. So there's the logo they have, and this is the this is from 1947. It was a 7 minutes, peaks in 1991, and then dumped. And this 1981 is when George Bush has the New World Order speech, or George Bush Senior, and then it dumps all the way down here. And okay, so Scott Myers is like literally ridiculous. Like I may do a full one on Scott Myers. Okay, I'll write it here. I'll put it in the chat right here. Scott Myers live stream. Okay, yeah. So Adam Green, yeah, I know about Adam Green, but I think he's, I don't know about I think he, I forgot what he says about 9/11. I think he says demolition or something. Oh no, yeah. So Adam Green, yeah, I know about Adam Green, yeah. So Adam Green, he fails the Judy Wood litmus test. Let's go right here. Adam Green. Adam Fall began at 9/11. Yeah, so no, again, everything's connected in 9/11. But if you go to Adam Green, where's the Adam Green, the anti-Semite guy? This guy right here. No More News guy. I think he's a controlled opposition. And again, Doomsday. Well, I think everything is Doomsday. Mainstream Doomsday. Every single person, every religion is about Doomsday. Every life is about Doomsday, like what's gonna happen at the end. So it's a bit of It's a bit of what's first, the chicken or the egg? It's not okay. So no, Judy Wood. I think he failed my Judy Wood litmus test. Yeah. So this one right here. So he says his only post on Twitter. This person says, check out the work of Dr. Judy Woods. Why did I always get the name wrong? On 9/11. Nobody spams more than Judy Wood. Reeks of disinfo to make us look crazy. All right. So Adam Green makes us look crazy with his his anti-Semitic like nonsense. It just goes a bit too ridiculous. He's a veteran fraud. So again. And then there's now the reasonist. Oh yeah, because I think I did share it on links. Again, I have a litmus test. Like if someone is trying to be serious, so Adam Green from No More News, and it puts this way back, exposing his bogus views on 9/11 while they tell him to get it right before he's taken seriously. It's just too ridiculous. And then this person right here. Like this person says, oh, and there's also that Miles Mathers guy as well. He's another fake truther. He also he attacks Judy Wood and so on, and 9/11. So Miles Mathers, Adam Green, I just can't take it seriously. So like I when someone brings up as someone else, I just check the litmus test. If they don't speak about Judy Wood or 9/11, like if they don't get it wrong, because he wrote here in 2019, December 11th, 9/11 anniversary, 9/11 attacks, Twin Towers, Ground Zero, never forget, and he has a playlist right here. It's probably the disinfo playlist. Playlist does not exist. Unbelievable. And then there's the 9/11 revisionist. And then let's see what he says. Can you count past 3? Epic stuff is taking over the game. Yeah. So anyway, I can't stomach when someone is obviously like. Again, it's 20 years, 22 years, 23 years later. He's got to get it right. And Miles Mouth is another disinfo agent. Is absolutely ridiculous. And it's like. And also the 9/11, like barely anyone knows about directed energy weapons, like or Dr. Judy Wood. So it's like Adam Green. More people in the alt media know about him because of his anti-Semitic stuff. So you go Adam Green, I'm gonna go. So the way I do is, I'll also use his own argument. So he says nobody spams more than Judy Wood. Reeks of disinfo to make us look crazy. All right. So that's what he says. But if you go to Adam Green anti-Semite. That's the mainstream narrative on him. So it's like he's very popular. This sounds like a little schizo. He's good. No, he should be like thrown in jail. Like in my opinion, he's a liar, and so on. Please carefully. Okay, yeah, don't click these. Anyways. So and then the ADL attacks him obviously because to make him look crazy. When Adam Green, an anti-Semitic podcaster with over 28,000 followers, shared a tweet describing Judaism with terms like savage, evil, and wicked. Twitter declined to remove it after being alerted to ADL. Okay, that's not too big. I see some other stuff he says. But he's on ADL list radar. But ADL is a clown show. Center on extremism. Let's see, I think he's on the news stuff. How big is he on the news? News. Adam Green. Okay, so he's not that big. I'm friends with him. Come on, don't make him. Yeah, unsub if you want. I don't really care. Tell him get 9/11 right. Like I have literally no instance on it. Infowars hosts debates Jewish conspiracy with anti-Semitic YouTuber. Yeah, so this Southern Poverty Law Center. Anyways, so far-right extremist spreading anti-Semitic conspiracy. He wants to sound crazy. This is why I dissociate with people like this. He's making us sound crazy and anti-Semitic. Anyways, once he gets 9/11 right, we'll discuss. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is, if you're friends with him, he's exposed. No, he's not. He's not exposing it. Direct energy weapons exist that turn towers into dust. All right, and it's not a judo conspiracy. It's all just one entity, which I think is the Freemasons at the very top. And I personally, whoops, I accidentally closed this live stream thing. And I think that Adam Green was part of this nonsense. I also think he's also part of, in my opinion, part of possibly the Jewish side too, trying to make it look so like super anti it, so that it's easy to throw him in paint him in a single brush. So anyways, again, tell him about this. How come he gets 9/11 wrong? And 9/11 is so big and so obvious. It's not like some sort of like subjective religious views. Like It's like saying all these like billions of people or millions of people believe X, Y, Z. Well, everyone in every religion thinks differently. It's okay. No more news. 9/11. Let's see what else. Yeah, and he talks about there's a lot of 9/11 and occult stuff, biblical stuff in it. Even Jesus' birthday is supposedly 9/11. And yeah, so who are these mysterious globalists that mastermind 9/11? Well, again, when he says he tries to make it seem like it's Israel or whatnot, I'm saying USA literally is no different from any other country. Okay. I'll tell him to get right first. So once he gets 9/11 first, I'll listen to him. If he gets it wrong, I don't care. I literally don't care. It's too, and tell him to apologize. To tell him to make an apology live stream. You sound identical. Okay. Anyways, I'll just put you in a timeout for like put user timeout 10 minutes or just 5 minutes. Next time you could either just leave if you want to be a nutcase. Anyways, stop disrupting the chat with Adam Green Disinfo Agent. So this is Disinfo Agent. And this guy's saying Woods for some reason. This guy is Disinfo Agent, okay? If unless he makes a live stream apology and saying that he was completely wrong about 9/11, then that's it. There's nothing around it. I literally don't care. Like it's do you know this? Just unsub if you want. Anyways, actually don't unsub. I need the subscribers. Keep subscribing. Keep liking and sharing. All right, continue further, guys. Okay, so Doomsday Clock. Going back to the Doomsday, and none of this like overtly anti-Semitic. It's like they're pushing it as if it's one group of people. It's like they're all. We live in a giant conspiracy. All right, in a giant thing that's run, and it's you're living in the country. Your country is run by the same thing. And another part of the Jewish stuff, you can literally go read the Bible, you can read the Talmud, you'll never find anything related to world governance. It's beyond that. I actually read the whole Talmud when I was doing my religious studies. I was reading everything. I gave up trying to convince people. Yeah, so if you read the Talmud, what ends up happening is you realize why a lot of lawyers are Jewish. It's literally just a giant like, it's like reading a whole bunch of like. Centuries worth of Jewish rabbis arguing about what is observant to the biblical law. So, for example, if they say don't work on the Sabbath, then they say, well, what is work? And then so they have like literally chapters arguing what is work. They would be like, does lifting something off the ground work? Does walking around your house like 300 meters count as work or whatnot? And does like kissing your wife count as work or something? So it's a whole bunch of other. And so they go, yeah. Then you realize, okay, why there are a bunch of lawyers. Going further. Okay. Yeah, Doomsday Clock statement. I'm gonna go to the wiki. I'm gonna start opening up stuff. And I got riled up by that Adam Green guy. So what I hate more than anything is like people that are very very certain. Yeah, does yard work count? Yeah, so that's a good one. It says work in there. So you're not supposed to trim your yard, and even says like cutting hair or whatnot. Yeah, so gardening. So those are the questions here. You can go here, Talmud. Talmud rabbis debate work on Sabbath. I think I have like a giant. It's like a giant stuff. Let's see, rabbinic mind games. Let's see, right. Let's see, work. Okay, it says right here. Okay, the chapter begins by addressing another of the melkachat, the categories of work that are forbidden on Sabbath or Sabbath. In this case, tying a knot. Alright. Okay, so tying a knot. The Mishnah makes a distinction between the permanent knots, which cannot be tied on Shabbat, and the temporary ones, which are allowed. Thus, the knot of a rope in camel's nose, or the knot that attaches an anchor to a ship, cannot be tied on Shabbat, whereas a woman is allowed to tie the straps of a chemise since they are meant to be untied later. All right. Yeah, so it's a lot of again, a lot of it is superficial. It's like the spirit of the idea of, like, let's say resting on top of this, to rest instead of working forever. The spirit isn't just to add more work in finding out what's work or not. So in other words, that whole debate is too much work. All right, going back here. Okay, so this Doomsday Clock, we're gonna go through the Doomsday. So the Doomsday Clock right here. Where's the Doomsday Clock website? Doomsday Clock. Okay, let's go to the Bulletin. Alright, Doomsday Clock, Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists, right here. Okay, so a moment of historic change. It is still 90 seconds to midnight, so we're going to read some of the Bulletin stuff. So Bulletin of Atomic Scientists is a non-profit organization concerning science and global security issues resulting from accelerated technological advances that have negative consequences for humanity. The Bulletin publishes content at both a free access website and a bi-monthly non-technical academic journal. The organization has been publishing continuously since 1945, so 1 year before Trump's birthday. Everything's surrounded by Trump. When it was founded by Albert Einstein and former Manhattan Project scientists as the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. All right, it keeps Jews having telephone to their rabbis to ask questions such as, is bottled spring water kosher? I've seen it. Maintains hierarchy and the collective. It is, but also it's like it's a bit of how I think the elite are as well, in their micromanaging. They feel like they have to micromanage all of humanity, but it's also like how I think the average parent feels the same as well. So I kind of take it from a how do hierarchies begin, or how reality is such as it is, and I think it's like a fractal nature. So everyone in all of society has that tendency. So it's like, how do you avoid that? Anyways, scientists is a Bulletin of Atomic Scientists of Chicago, immediately following the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So right after the bombings, or the alleged bombings, if you're an anti-nuker, the organization is also the keeper of the symbolic Doomsday Clock, the time of which is announced each January. So keep an eye on January 2025, which is the big one. So right here, okay. Yeah, so this is the Bulletin. This is 1947 right here, and it's 7 minutes. Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, and you got literally Albert Einstein founding it, and here's how the logo is, Bulletin's logo as of January 2024. And let's see, do they mention Trump? No Trump. Okay, you president. Okay, in January 2015, oh, no, this is President, okay, so that's Bulletin. Okay, let's see, and now we go to the Doomsday Clock stuff right here. So this was the Bulletin. Let's go to the Doomsday Clock wiki. So the Doomsday Clock is a symbol that represents the likelihood of a human-made global catastrophe in the opinion of the members of the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, again, made after the atomic bomb, by the atomic bomb creators. and let's do another sidestep. We can do sidestep right here. From, oh no, just go atomic bomb. Okay. Okay, actually, no, this is an interesting one. I wrote, so atomic bombs dropped on Japan were called Little Boy and Fat Man. Literally Pizzagate, so that was Pizzagate way back then. Weird names they were adding there. I'm gonna go, I think I tweeted this one. It's been a while. Let's go to, atomic, or just Manhattan. So the Manhattan Project, and let's see where it was created. How does it? Oh, Manhattan Project scientists. Okay. Let's go back here. Actually, this is an interesting one. So Manhattan Island may have actually been discovered in 9/11. So we go entering Senior Henry Hudson entering the Hudson Bay September 11th, 1609, with Indian family watching on shore. So Manhattan was found in 9/11 by the Americans or whatever. Okay, there was the Manhattan. What is that thing called? Bohemian or Grove. Okay, so I'll put the Bohemian Grove. Is my post gone? Okay, this is right here, Bohemian Grove. Yeah, this is right here. So UN was founded in secret at a place where rich men perform ritual mock human sacrifice to a giant owl. So if you read this right here, so the original meeting. So at the Bohemian Grove is where the United Nations was. The original formation meeting at the United Nations with delegates from 50 nations was at the Bohemian Club in the Bohemian Grove. Towards the end of the UN conference, and this is May 17th. This is on So I'll read this here. Looking back historically at the club, there is ample evidence of political interconnections generated from Bohemian networks. One of the foremost political events in which the Bohemian political network played as a significant role was the United Nations Conference of International Organization, UNESCO, April 25th to June 26th, 1945. So in San Francisco, this was an original formation meeting for the United Nations. All right, so Bohemian Grove is where the United Nations is being started, and also the Manhattan Project. There's a whole bunch of men right here. So Adam Green is talking about Jewish people. Are these all Jewish? Like these are all part of the same club. That's kind of what I mean. Like, and even if you read their the way they act and stuff, they don't act according to Judaism or any public religion. I think the closest one is like pretty much reading like Alistair Crowley stuff. That's the closest thing to see how they behave. I wonder if E.F. Schumer was at the Bohemian Grove. Let's see. Let's see if ChatGPT will answer that. Let's see. I'll do a Google search right here, and we're just doing side step. Okay, we have like 30 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna have to head out. But let's see. I'll try to power through this. Okay. Well, many know has not been widely documented or reported. If he did, it would be noted in memoirs, biographies. Okay, it was economist Small is Beautiful. His critique of large-scale industrialism is advocate for sustainable and human-centered economic practices. Schumer, I wonder if... Let's see, here's how you do it. The way you do it is this, okay? Schumer. E.F. Schumer, what kind of name is that? Right? Initials are just hard to do searching. Bohemian Grove, do quotation marks. Okay, Terry banned Schumer's full list shown there. Okay, does not show anything here. Okay, you write the name wrong. Schmuckmer. Alright. Terry, just what's his first name? Like E.F. Yeah, anyways, it does not look like he has it. Okay, there's no name there. Anyways, it doesn't look like it from a quick search. But yeah, and I want to show this because not only this one, but also they don't talk about the United Nations being founded there. Bohemian Grove, and also the Manhattan Project. Also, the planning of the atomic bomb was also conspired in secret at Bohemian Grove. So right here, Lawrence's use of the Grove's River Clubhouse for a Manhattan Project planning meeting in September of 1942 is well documented. Less well known is who exactly attended this meeting and the prideful publication of its history in Bohemian Club library. Participants at the Grove meetings of September 13th, 14th, 1942. And this was E.O. Lawrence, Radiation Lab. Yeah, so these are all the guys at the Bohemian Grove. You had this chemist, Edgar, whatever. And this was planning meeting for the Manhattan Project. It's literally started here. The atomic bomb made this particular meeting at the Grove world famous, but it was not an isolated case of business and government planning through Bohemian Club facilities. This was one but of a long series of historical business-related activities, and there's barely mentioned that atomic bomb was pretty much planned at the Bohemian Grove. And also Pentagon was where pretty much they were building they were planning the atomic bomb as well. So I'm gonna go to Pentagon. Let's see what I wrote. I think I had that before. Okay, I'm gonna open up this stuff right here. Livestream the cult. I'm gonna open up my giant PDF that I made before of Trump's predictive programming, and we're gonna open up this giant thing. Okay, I'm gonna go open up this one just because I want to go back to. I'm gonna stress the points of the atomic bomb stuff. Again, whether you believe in nukes or not, so there's some anti-nukers. They're gonna do some sort of thingy where people are gonna be, yeah. And also, this is some Vatican stuff's pretty wild. Okay, I'm gonna go to atomic bomb or Manhattan. Okay, Manhattan Project. So 1942, again, planning was at the Bohemian Grove, and Manhattan Project, and this one here. See the logo, A bomb. It's got the Freemason eye. Okay, what do you see? I wanted to go to Pentagon, and also the first ever test was called Trinity. So again, there's a lot of religious overtones right here. So these guys are doing something. So it was called Trinity. It was the test they're doing. So it's a lot of holy war type stuff, Armageddon, and it's kind of like pointing towards some sort of godlike power there, as opposed to creating peace. And the whole idea was to create peace through war. So you're gonna go bomb Japan. Now all of a sudden you have peace, and that's the Trinity test. That was the first detonation of a nuclear weapon. It's called Trinity. All right, so they're using a lot of religious overtones to creating weapons of mass murder. All right, and let's continue further. Let's see what else here. And also there was a complete secrecy at the buildings at the construction of the atomic bomb. And another part is there was let's see, there's something else. There's also a building that they made, or a censorship. There's an office of censorship that they actually, so the U.S. actually had a U.S. Office of Censorship during the war. So whenever you have increased censorship, you know what war's coming. So this is actually Wikipedia. So Office of Censorship was an emergency wartime agency set up by the United States federal government on December 19th, 1941 to aid in the censorship of all communications coming into and out of the United States, including its territories and the Philippines. The efforts of the Office of Censorship was to balance the protection of sensitive war-related information with the constitutional freedoms of the press is considered largely successful. So considered largely successful to censor. And it was the agency was ended in 1945 and so on. And then he thanked all the journalists for the cooperation you deserve, and you have the thanks and appreciation of your government and my own gratitude. So, and this was just before the atomic bomb was created. So you got censorship to prevent what's actually happening, but also to make war feasible by blinding the public. All right, so going back. Okay, I'm going to continue. I want to show the Pentagon one now. Pentagon. Yeah, so this document's pretty epic. Similar to construction of the Pentagon just so happens to have begun on September 11th, 1941. So yeah, the Pentagon construction started on December 11th, 1941, and then you had the Japan supposed attack, and then on December 7th, the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, and they sped it up just so you can build the atomic bomb and so on. And the acceleration of the U.S. move toward war gave Summerall, U.S. general, etc., free rein to expand his project. So 9/11, ground broke 9/11, 1941, the stuff, and it would later be chosen to, and then the supervisor was later chosen to head the Manhattan Project and build an atomic bomb. So Manhattan Project, Pentagon's pretty much after Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. Literally a few months after the ground broke, it was time for the show to happen. So they needed some sort of catalyst to increase funding and manpower and so on to create an atomic bomb. So all this happens in like perfectly scripted movie stuff. And again, the planning meeting in 1942. Then the next year for the Manhattan Project, 1 year after Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, allegedly, you got them meeting right here. You got the meeting right here at the Bohemian Grove doing giant sacrifice rituals, and it's called the cremation of care. So it's interesting. Well, they burn all their cares of their like daily. Supposedly you burn a human effigy to a giant owl, Baphomet, and it's called cremation of care. You're burning care, and they're saying all your daily like thoughts and whatever, and your work and stuff, and then you're just burning those away and just focus on whatever the task is at hand. And another way you could look at it is they're burning all their cares of the world while they're literally running the world and like killing people. So just don't care about that. Anyways. And these are all a bunch of men here. And I made a very epic article right here. So peaked conspiracy. Yeah, let's go back here. The conspiracy. I want to do a quick search on this. We're doing like live research. Well, not really, just kind of me rambling / going here, going. Okay, MES conspiracy. I'm going to click Bohemian. I think I got to find these articles. Grove. Okay, this one right here. I think I wrote it right here. I made a so I made a full article format. So Soviet Union state emblem versus United Nations emblem. Yeah, so this is Soviet Union. This is the United Nations. It's the exact same thing. You have the wheat around. You got this only missing the star, and you have this is the round Earth. This is the flat Earth. All right, and this is the source for it, and it's exactly the same as the United Nations emblem. And then I talked about here. But anyways, I wrote right here, who runs the world? Girls is the Beyonce. No, you cross that. It's likely these men. All right, so you got a bunch of men burning human effigies or humans to a giant owl. All right, so that's that. Atomic scientists. And again, driving the point home, atomic scientists, guys, built by literally like world changers. You got Albert Einstein. You got the Bohemian Grove. And then you got this built. You got the Pentagon construction. You got the Pearl Harbor, and now you got them making a Doomsday Clock. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is, you gotta keep in mind what these guys are up to. This Doomsday Clock is literally telling you what's gonna happen. So May 1947, right after, and yeah. So let's see what's gonna happen right here. Clock's original setting is 1947 was 7 minutes to midnight and has been set backwards 8 times. I'm gonna go back to read it right here. So the Doomsday Clock is a symbol that represents the likelihood of a human-made global catastrophe. In the opinion of the members of the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, maintained since 1947, the clock is a metaphor, not a prediction, for threats to humanity from unchecked scientific and technological advances. That is, and again, this is not a prediction, it's a prediction, damn it. That is, the time on the clock is not to be interpreted as actual time. A hypothetical global catastrophe is represented by midnight on the clock, with the Bulletin's opinion on how close the world is to one, represented by a certain number of minutes or seconds to midnight, which is then assessed in January of each year. The main factors influencing the clock are nuclear warfare, climate change, and artificial intelligence. This is a new one they added to it. The Bulletin Science and Security Board monitors new developments in the life sciences and technologies that could inflict irrevocable harm to humanity. The clock's original setting in 1947 was 7 minutes to midnight. It has been set back backwards 8 times and forward 17 times. The farthest time for midnight was 17 minutes in 1991, and the nearest is 90 seconds, set on January 2023. And the clock was moved to 150 seconds, 2 minutes, 30 seconds in 2017, then forward to 2 minutes to midnight in January 2018. Interesting, it actually increased during Trump's reign a tiny bit after it dumped. And then left end change in 2019. In January 2020, it was moved towards 100 seconds, 1 minute, 40 seconds before midnight. In January 2023, the clock is moved to 90 seconds. It's moving 10 seconds per year. All right, 1 minute, 30 seconds before midnight, and it remained unchanged in 2024. All right, and yeah, all right, this is, let's see these founders right here. Okay, so this Doomsday's origin it can be traced to the international group of researchers called the Chicago Atomic Scientists, who had participated in the Manhattan Project. After atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they began publishing a mimeographed, what is this one called? Low-cost duplicating machine newsletter, and then the magazine Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, and has depicted the clock on every cover. The clock was first represented in here, and anyways, here's a bunch of the names on it. I'm gonna power through. Here's the timing here. And it tells you all this stuff. So Doomsday Clock graph, 1947. The lower parts on the graph represent a high probability of technological or environmentally induced catastrophe. It goes all the way down here. We're literally very close. And they have a nuke bomb there as the 0. So definitely something that's going on there. I want to see how Trump's related here. Let's see how Trump's related. Okay, so on January 24th, 2018, let's see, actually go back to during Trump's presidency, because I think Trump's all inclined in here. So, yeah, so here's 2012. It's pretty flat this is at about, how much is it? This is about 5 minutes. Yeah, so 5 minutes of 2012. And then Trump's running for president, dumps 2015. Yeah, this is like one of the biggest dumps since this one over here. 2002, 2007. Yeah, during 9/11. So Trump is a 9/11 factor. So Trump was like a 9/11. And then it's been dipping ever since Trump's name is all over the news. And then it dips as he's president. It dips over, down. Yeah, actually, it still dips. Yeah, actually, it went down. It didn't go up in his president. Never mind. My bad. Correction on that. It went down. 2 minutes. Where's the 2 minutes? Right here. I read that wrong. I read that. Yeah, I actually read that wrong. It's right here. So 2 minutes 30 seconds. Then it didn't forward. Yeah, no, not backward. It didn't go backwards. It never raised when Trump was involved. It always dipped. So it's always dipping. And let's see some Trump stuff. Okay, United States President Donald Trump comments over nuclear weapons, the threat of a renewed arms race between the U.S. and Russia, and expressed disbelief in the scientific consensus over climate change by the Trump administration. All right, so we got Trump right here. Let's see some other stuff here. So, this is why I want to go over this, because it's like, it's telling you what's happening, and the mainstream narrative is what the script is. If you want to know what the script for reality is, just read between the lines. So on January 24th, 2018, scientists moved the clock to 2 minutes to midnight based on threats greatest in the nuclear realm. The scientists said of recent moves by North Korea under Kim Jong-un and the administration of Donald Trump in the U.S. Okay, the race for Obama truly begun back in, Timothy Sullivan saying, back in Germany, Heisenberg, now head of the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute for Physics, was summoned to meet with Germany's new minister for armaments. Interesting. Yeah, they're all, meeting with Germany's new minister. Okay, interesting. I need to refresh on my history. But anyways, so look at Wikipedia. Wikipedia, in the same sentence, mentions Kim Jong-il of North Korea and Donald Trump, okay? Hyperbolic rhetoric and provocative actions by both sides have increased the possibility of a nuclear war by accident or miscalculation, again, how the movies all show it, or by AI running it, according to the Terminator and so on. During the discussion, Heisenberg told the minister that with enough money and personnel, a bomb could be ready by 1945. Interesting date they picked. It's like they know the exact date they're going to pick. And then now they're all talking about 2025. All right, so we have 20 minutes before I'm going to end it soon. So the clock was left unchanged in 2019 due to the twin threats of nuclear weapons and climate change, and the problem of those threats being exacerbated this past year by the increased use of information warfare to undermine democracy around the world, amplifying risks from these and other threats and putting the future of civilization in extraordinary danger. All right, going back to the democracy one, go to the Trump right here. All right, so this was, I think, 2023 in December. Trump accidentally said he's waging a war on democracy.
Our opponents, and we had a lot of opponents, but we've been waging an all-out war on American democracy.
See, so Trump accidentally said. So yeah, so Biden's not the only one with gaffes. Trump's pretty much. I gotta say he's giving the. This is a Freudian slip. Let's see what he says.
Opponents, and we had a lot of opponents, but we've been waging an all-out war on American democracy.
All right. Okay, so Trump's waging an all-out war against undermine democracy. And then in 2019, when Trump's still president, a problem of these threats being exacerbated this past year by the increased use of information warfare to undermine democracy around the world. So on January 23rd, 2020, the clock was moved to 100 seconds, 1 minute 40 seconds before midnight. The Bulletin's executive chairman, Cherry Brown, said the dangerous rivalry and hostility among the superpowers increased the likelihood of a nuclear blunder. Climate change just compounds the crisis. Okay. Trump's shark rant was troubling. Okay, what was his sharks one? I gotta search that up. The 100 seconds midnight remains unchanged until 2021 and 2022, and then dumps in 2023. So on January 24, 2023, the clock was moved to 90 seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds before midnight, the closest it has ever been set to midnight since the inception in 1947. So it's the closest in 2023. This adjustment was largely attributed to the risk of nuclear escalation that arose from the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Other reasons cited included climate change, biological threats such as COVID-19, and risks associated with disinformation and disruptive technologies. So the key one is disinformation. So, and remember what happened? There was an Office of Censorship, U.S. Office Censorship. Yeah, I'll go to the shark. Yeah, they're all they're all a bunch of demented stuff. That's why they're gonna have to use AI soon for the debates. Like just have their fake guys running. Okay, so the Office of Censorship was an emergency wartime agency set up by United States government on December 19th, 1941, to censor all communications. All right, so 1941, and then 1942, you got the Manhattan Project meeting in Bohemian Grove, and then Hiroshima bombings, 1945 or something. Yeah, 45, I think. Hiroshima bombing wiki. Okay, let's go to wiki on August 6th and 9th, 1945. So, Offices of Censorship happens, and then a few years later, Hiroshima happens. And again, read between the lines what they're trying to say. Associated with disinformation is a doomsday like level topic that they're saying. All right. In other words, they're talking about censorship. I mean, because a war is happening, and similar to how the October 7th, the Hamas-Israel stuff happened. That's because, and all the censorship stuff was happening beforehand. It's all preparing for war and COVID war, psychological war, and so on. All right, so this was this history. This was a good graph right here. See some graphs. So Doomsday Clock in 1947, 7 minutes to midnight, initial arbitrary setting, and then 3 minutes to midnight, start of nuclear arms race. 2 minutes to midnight, U.S. Soviet Union test first hydrogen bombs. So it goes 1953. So we get 7 minutes arbitrary, and then 3 minutes. Oh, not arbitrary. They're just saying that's how close they think they are. Then 7 minutes back to it. U.S. nuclear testing moratorium. They stopped testing allegedly. 12 minutes at midnight. U.S., UK, and Soviet Union signed limited test ban treaty. So 12 minutes, 1963, and then 1991. Okay, see, it's one cluster in the present day Center for a New Economics connected to Scott Myers. Yeah, Scott Myers. So that's kind of why it gives me I think yeah, they actually killed him off. He was too much of a loose cannon that knew too much info. Okay, 17 minutes to midnight, U.S. and Soviet Union signed Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, 1981. So there it is, 17 minutes. And then 100 seconds to midnight, 2020. Midnight, rising dangers of climate change, nuclear proliferation, and again, this is just before COVID. And breakout in arms control cooperation. This is just before COVID. And then it dips all the way to 100 seconds. And then 90 seconds to midnight, Russia threatens to use nuclear weapons in its war with Ukraine. So 90 seconds. So 100 seconds. And this guy's actually threatening it. It only moves 10 seconds. Interesting. I wanted to show that graph. I want to put these links in here. I'm going to start putting these links in here. Links. Okay, and then the next one, this one, and then next one, Doomsday. Okay, and the next one, I'm gonna start closing. Okay, and this is the full document right here, and moment of historic change. It is still 90 seconds to midnight. I'm gonna put this. This is the full statement you can see here, and they give a whole bunch of stuff here. They list dangers of AI, and they got climate change, AI, biological threats, and obviously the nuclear mumbo jumbo. How to turn back the clock, increase censorship, and so undiminished nuclear threat rates, a new arms race, and then you get the 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, climate change, mumbo jumbo. Okay, biological threats. And to see, also check the search. They don't mention Trump in this one. Okay, so Trump is not causing something right now. Oh, no, this was 2023. Oh, no, this is 2024. Okay, so the Doomsday Clock. I'm going to put the stuff right here. I'm going to do some quick housekeeping, and then I'm going to go through. We have 14 minutes. Let's power through. I'm going to skip this. Okay, this one here. This was January 26, 2020, just before COVID. Again, this is just before COVID. March 11th. Was when COVID was on 2020 was announced, declared a pandemic. So the president has the power to basically destroy the world. And this is Slate. 75 years into the nuclear era, we still haven't come to grips with the destructive force we put in the hands of Donald Trump. All right, and this is after he's done after president, but also January 6th, etc. Actually, January 6th was. Yeah, January 6th. You know, this was during his president. No, never mind. This is still during his president, 2017. Yeah, so he's still president. Never mind. Yeah, so they show this, and then COVID happens. I keep getting it mixed up. So 2021 is when he's he gives the rings to Biden, and that's when January 6th happened. Anyways, so sorry if I made mistakes in the stream beforehand. All right, so that is this one. I'm gonna put this as well. All right, and the next one is this unexpected anomalies. We already covered this Doomsday Clock, and I wanted to show, I think one more. I wanted one more thing I wanted to do. So Doomsday Clock. Go to the actual website, and then we're gonna do some live research right now. So I haven't done this, and we're gonna do this. Where's the Doomsday Clock? Where is it? Why doesn't it show? Oh, the bulletin.org. Okay, so this is Doomsday Clock. And you can see the current time right here. You can see the FAQs, the timeline. You can see they're all there. They made some nice graphics on this fear mongering. India joins the club, blah, blah, blah. And look at the clock right here. So you start off there. Yes, you can go, and it's very, very close to, yeah. Okay, and then you see each statement on here. And what I wanna do is, we'll do a search right here, actually. Trump. See what they say about Trump. Okay, a Biden versus Trump scorecard. Interesting. Congress has to fix Trump's 11th hour climate rules before it's too late. Trump is a super spreader of misinformation. Oh, and that's a super predator. That's what Hillary Clinton calls black people. Okay, pushes to get rid of EPA, Trump coronavirus, and climate change using a pandemic to get the EPA all right. So there it is. So Trump, Wikipedia puts him in the same sentence as Kim Jong-un, and then Doomsday Clock puts him in the same sentence as coronavirus and climate change. All right. Okay, coronavirus, climate change, 6 ways Trump has botched response to both. Trump's nuclear insecurities and other secrets from the author of The Bomb. So you got Trump and The Bomb, nuclear insecurities. Trump deals Chinese high-tech firms a heavy blow for now. Interesting. NOAA seems to be fact-checking Trump. Trump fiddles with California burns. Okay, so this is a whole giant Trump fandom fan page right here. Okay, after the Trump-Kim summit. Interesting. Moving slowly. Trump's cybersecurity accomplishments. Interesting. Not breaking enough. All right. Trump has a strategic plan for the country, gearing up for nuclear war. Okay, this is July 2nd, 2024. This is literally last week or 2 weeks ago. This is not just some random sensational website like that Slate or whatever. This is literally the bulletin for the atomic scientists made by Einstein, and these are the Manhattan Project scientists, and they're literally saying Trump is gearing up for nuclear war. Okay. No debate on existential threats. Biden, Trump, CNN, all largely failed. All right. No debate on existential. So there was no debate on existential threats, etc. This is the existential threat scorecard you need to rate between the Trump. Is there any debate? Interesting. All right. Okay. This is a pandemic preparedness office. A lot of this stuff is good. Yeah, this man, I guess, pandemic is pretty ridiculous. Anyways. Trump's denial of COVID catastrophe. Okay, this is some wild stuff, guys. I'm gonna do Biden keeping us safe. Yeah, Biden. I think Biden. Yeah, so Biden's probably like dead, and they still like how they just lift him up with strings or something. All right, break free. I just want to go to the score. Okay, what is this one? Go. Oh, this is climate change scorecard. No, I don't want that. Climate rules before it's too late. Super spreader disinformation. Chairman pushes to deliver on 2016 campaign pledge to get rid of EPA. Germany built the bomb. Well, yeah, they're all together. They're all just a bunch of friends. Okay. This is the authors of The Bomb are literally Trump's nuclear insecurities and other securities. And this is all February, just before COVID pandemic mumbo jumbo. So that's interesting. Okay, Trump has a nuclear strategy. Yeah, strategic plan for the country gearing up for nuclear war. Okay, Trump's nuclear policy is all spelled out in a new conservative manifesto by Project 2025. All right, so Project 2025 is actually going to happen. Well, they're going to try to push it, or fearmonger at least. They're not all together. String theory. They're not. Who's not all together? They're all together. Every country. Go to Nigeria. It's all run by the same people. Like You'll never hear any president of any country ever talk about what actually matters, which is free energy existence and dosification of people on 9/11 using advanced tech. In other words, oil is waste. Okay, so this spells it out right here. I'm going to read it. Trump's nuclear policy is all spelled out in a new conservative manifesto by Project 2025, a coalition of over 100 far-right groups led by the Heritage Foundation, which is widely seen as the template for a possible Trump 2.0 administration. If readers of the Bulletin have heard of Trump 2025, chances they're not all together to fight. We live in just a weird world. If readers of the Bulletin have heard of Project 25, chances are they did not go through its 900-page book, Mandate for Leadership. They should. This policy agenda, dubbed the Conservative Promises, a blueprint for the most dramatic takeover and transformation of the U.S. democracy in history. Let's go to the nuclear. Yeah. Christopher Jung's in the house. Heidi, everyone. I'm about to. I'm trying to finish the live stream in like 15 minutes or so. So I gotta go. Season control. Implementing the most dramatic buildup of nuclear weapons since the start of the Reagan administration some 4 decades ago. If this hawkish political coalition gets its way in November, the scope, pace, and cost of U.S. nuclear weapons program would increase all at once. Their plan would seek to significantly increase budgets and deployments of nuclear weapons and related programs and destroy the remaining arms control agreements, would dramatically increase the threats of nuclear confrontation. Nuclear proposals. Let's see what the Project 2025 says. Proposes that second Trump administration prioritize nuclear weapons over other security programs, accelerate nuclear weapons, increase funding for development of new and modernized nuclear warheads. All right, this is increased number, expanded capabilities, national nuclear security ones. Prepare and test new nuclear weapons, even though the United States has signed a comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty. All right, I'm laughing because this isn't gonna happen. Trump has no affiliation. Yes, he does. Trump. I saw that he's literally lying when he says he has nothing about it. All of his cabinet is all part of it. Trump is literally lying about the 2025 stuff. It's like that's like one of those blatant ones. This is absolutely epic. You can see this right here. Let's see. Antichrist 45. 45. Let's see. I think this is how it's called. Antichrist 45. This guy's a pretty good channel. This is a Project 2025. Let's see some disavows. Trump disavows. No, he doesn't disavow it. He's just lying. I wish he was pro. Okay, no, almost. Anyways, stop spamming with a bunch of pro-Trump nonsense. Audio of 2 conversation. Okay, interesting.
Post on Truth Social.
Project 1035 is great. Well, anyways, just stop it. Let's see this right
Donald Trump said he doesn't know anything about Project 2025. His post reads, I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who is behind it. I disagree with some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them. Despite claiming that he knows nothing about Project 2025 and has no idea who is behind it, in fact, there are a number of former Trump officials who have worked on and endorsed Project 2025. One notable example being John McEntee, who was the former director of the White House Presidential Personnel Office and considered as one of Trump's most trusted aides. He is a senior advisor for the project. What is actually going on here is that Trump hates how much credit Project 2025 is.
All right. And this guy's saying he hates the attention span, but I think he knows full well about it. But anyways. Project 2025 is some next level. It's like complete transformation and takeover. It's pretty next level building now. Conservative victory through. But anyways, the big one is the nuclear stuff. Accelerate nuclear stuff. And again, the atomic scientists guys are telling you Trump is this, and then this other guy, Anomalous, saying is pro Putin or. Anyways, this channel I don't have time for just weird nonsense. We're talking about the entire world is under one belt. Okay, Putin is another Kabbalah string wearing occultist / puppet, and I also think My gay radar is blinking when he's. If you see his footage there, he's a bit. If you go behind the propaganda, he's very fruity. But anyways, that's for another take. Even Hitler, I think Hitler was also gay. All right, going further right here. Okay. Anyways, this is project. These guys are saying Project 2025. Anyways. They're all connected, yeah. So Bulletin of atomic scientists. Remember what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to push the point. These guys are writing articles saying that Trump, Project 2025 are connected, because they obviously are, and see how big this got. And Trump has his other one, I think Agenda 47 or whatever, like the official public one. This one is just the hidden one that isn't, that he just tries to say he's not part of. But anyways, he obviously knows completely all about it. All right, and now I'm going to do a scorecard right here. So is there any debate? This is the accidental threat scorecard. You need to rate the Biden and Trump matchup. All right, let's see what these are. Oh, this is a scorecard. Did they fill it up? I don't want to do this myself. Okay, this is a scorecard. Yeah, this is a scorecard they made. Nuclear weapons, Sentinel interconnected missile program. Anyways, this one you're supposed to fill it up. Yes, Hitler was called this ancient magic. Yeah, they all were. Yeah, they're all a bunch of so basically, when people talk about the XYZ runs the world of this religion, no, it's they have their own, like, it's like hidden in plain sight kind of religion. It's a weird setup there, where they also use other religions as like cover. It's like the esoteric and exoteric stuff. Okay, anyway, so Trump, another stuff I want to show is, so Trump is wanting to get super duper nuclear weapons, but it was also, so I'm going to go over here. So on February 19, 2019, Trump signed the Space Force, Space Force bill. All right, Space Force, and then the Space Force was announced literally just before COVID, or just at the same time as COVID. The first, I think on the same day, or just like a few days after the first supposed case of COVID. Okay, so this is February 19, 2019, Trump's signing of the Space Force bill. Trump mentions the U.S. military has things you wouldn't even believe. Let's play this.
With today's actions, we will ensure that our people are secure, our interests are protected, and our power continues to be.
Okay, it just froze. I don't know why Telegram on the desktop does this. I mean, on the web, Telegram does it. So I'll open up here.
Something, because that's where it's at. With today's actions, we will ensure that our people are secure, our interests are protected, and our power continues to be unmatched. There will be nobody that can come close to matching us. It won't be close. What we have on the books are things that you wouldn't even believe. You wouldn't even believe. It's going to mean the safety of our nation for many, many decades and many, many generations, and that's what I'm here for. I guess when you get right down to it, more importantly than anything else, that's why I'm here.
All right, so that's why he's there, to get the most powerful ever. And I'm blocked on your chat when I say Trump converted. I'm not sure what he converted to. Converted to, if possible, I think his daughter converted to Judaism, apparently, because of that other guy. But anyways, that 666 building owner, he had that. I think he had that building. It was on 666 Street or something. Anyways, I'll play this again. Listen when he breathes. It's pretty funny.
Wouldn't even believe. It's us. It won't be close. What we have on the books are.
What we have on the books are.
It won't be close. What we have on the books are things that you wouldn't even believe.
All right. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, same as daughter. And again, I think it's not even just a public Judaism. I think that they're following some sort of ancient mystic Judaism, the Kabbalah, mumbo jumbo. Okay, so that was Trump saying that, and then going further, on September 11, 2020, Trump's talk of bizarre secret weapon fits. A secret new weapon fits a pattern of puzzles. I've built a nuclear weapon, I've built a weapon system that nobody's ever had in this country. And again, it's literally just mimicking Project 25 talking points. First, there were invisible planes then a super duper missile, and now a secret nuclear weapon. I've built a nuclear weapon, a weapon. I've built a weapon system that nobody's ever had in this country before. Trump said in an interview with journalist Bob Woodward for his book published this week. We have stuff that you haven't seen or heard about. We have stuff that Putin and Z or XZ has never heard about before. Trump said, referring to Presidents Vladimir Putin of Russia and Xi Jinping of China, there's nobody. What we have is incredible. There are systems that nobody knows about, including you, and we have some systems that nobody knows about. And frankly, I think I'm better off keeping it that way. The way he talks is just so funny. Anyways, and then he says the president had previously made extravagant claims about U.S. weapons, sometimes straying beyond reality or exaggerating their importance. Again, no, he's telling you what actually. And then the mainstream news always tries to cover up anything interesting. All right. It says he has asserted, for example, that the F-35 fighter jet built with low observable technologies, generally referred to as stealth, is all but invisible. You can't see it, Trump said in October 2017. You literally can't see it. It's hard to fight a plane you can't see. So he's talking about full invisibility cloaking. And then this says, oh no, it's actually about hiding from radar. I'm like, no, you actually can't see it. Just last month, he said of the F-35 stealth, total stealth, you can't see it. the way he talks is just absolutely funny. Trump occasionally mentions his interest in hypersonic weapons, sometimes without using the term. Details of these weapons' planned capabilities are mostly classified. In February, Trump said, we have the super fast missiles, a tremendous number of the super fast. We call them super fast. They have a comedian. Like, it's just a clown as a president. Where they're 4, 5, 6, and even 7 times faster than an ordinary missile. We need that because, again, Russia has some. And in May, he said, we have no choice. We have to build it with the adversaries we have out there, mentioning China and Russia. He added, I call it the super duper missile. He said he heard it travels 17 times faster than any other missile. A hypersonic weapon is one that flies at speeds in excess of Mach 5 or 5 times the speed of sound. Most American missiles, such as those launched from aircraft to hit other aircraft or ground targets, travel between Mach 1 and Mach 5, although the Minuteman III intercontinental missile, which has operated for decades, can reach hypersonic speeds. So hypersonics past Mach 5, interesting. He's such an colloquial, regular guy speech, referring everything at all. Yeah, referring everything at all complicated. Yeah. It's actually hilarious. September 11th. There's Trump talking like a hilarious guy. Let's see some posts right here. Okay. Anyways, this stuff here. Vandermint's. I gotta wrap my head around all these other Vandermint stuff. I'm still on the Scott Meyer stuff. Anyways, I'm running out of time because I gotta head out. So next, I hate this thing. I gotta verify every single time. No way. Is the live stream still working though, right? So I can't even end the stream. I gotta verify every week. I gotta verify it or something. I'm gonna. It's absolutely ridiculous. I gotta type my. I don't even know what. What's my password? Okay, it's just I gotta verify. It's getting ridiculous. I need to use 2-factor, all this nonsense. Okay. So now we're in. So now we're back in. See, time we have the 2:02, etc. Yeah. So he's such an colloquial regular. Yeah. So Trump is a regular guy, but then at the Democrat side they have like nearly dead guy. Like an old guy that seems like he's a good guy, but he's also an absolute creep. And let's see what else we have. I'm gonna do. Try to do one more minute or so. Pentabomb, no. Gyro possession. We'll do that. Another one. Okay, we'll do this one. We'll do this mass Nazi. We'll do this one, and we'll do the Rubin one. Okay, we're doing this. The other one we'll just do for another day. Okay. And I'm going to go read this right here. So Seth MacFarlane, the Family Guy creator, was scheduled to be... Yeah, so this is... Yeah, Seth MacFarlane, the Family Guy creator, was scheduled to be on American Airlines Flight 11, which crashed into the World Trade Center on December 11th, 2001. He missed this flight by a few minutes. However, after a night of heavy drinking and after his travel agent mixed up times, he remains gracious to the Jack Daniels that messed up his head the night before, and the travel agent who screwed up his flight plane. Oh yeah, a flight time plane. All right, so apparently the quote first plane, which allegedly hit. Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane and movie star Mark Wahlberg, the Marky Mark guy, coincidentally missed boarding on Flight 11. which allegedly hit the North Tower on 9/11. So Mark Wahlberg. So yeah, Justina says thanks for streaming. Yeah, for sure. I like the stream. It kind of forces me to get some content and work done and focus. Otherwise, I'll just be like distracted. Anyways, Mark Wahlberg was also booked on Flight 11, but he changed his flight a few days earlier because a friend had asked him to fly up to Toronto to watch his film at the Toronto Film Festival. All right, so Mark Wahlberg changed his flight, and and again, the plane had allegedly hit, which it obviously quote didn't. But anyways, so that was that. And another one again. I also gotta show this. Whenever you see this part here, I'm gonna go. Here's a quick way you can go and just type it into this thingy right here, and this will show up. Give me links, and this was. This was here allegedly. There was no crashes on there, but anyways, I'm gonna go to Klaus. How do you spell Klaus? Okay, Klaus Schwab. So, Klaus Schwab, again, whenever someone says they accidentally or coincidentally missed 9/11, Klaus Schwab literally arrived in Manhattan on 9/10, and coincidentally his 9/11 meeting directly across the Twin Towers was rescheduled. They did a movie together, yeah. Fun, but yeah, thanks. I'll be paddleboarding in like a few minutes. Okay, why 9/11 reminds us we must respond to fear with openness. This is he wrote this on December 10th, 2016. And then he wrote, again, Klaus Schwab, next morning, yeah, so on December 10th, 2001, my wife and I arrived in New York as I was to receive the Candlelight Award from the then UN Secretary General Kofi Annan. He's getting an award for some reason. That night we had a very inspiring conversation with Annan and members of and partners of the World Economic Forum. That next morning, December 11th, I was planning to attend a meeting with newspaper editors directly across from the Twin Towers. For sheer coincidence, the meeting was rescheduled, and I was on my way to the Upper East Side and said, all right. If you believe this, you're one of the stupidest persons who have lived in the history of the world. There's a Tom Clancy type author staying at 9/11 Marriott 9/11. He was there to find inspiration for a new novel from a terrorist attack and all that. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, these guys follow a weird occult religion of death. So okay, this one here's a mass Nazi. We'll play this quickly. So this guy's a bit nuts here. Ran for Congress, LA engineer. Okay, so Jacqueline Beltran for a Free Palestine. Violet Affleck holding it down at the LA County Board of Supervisors, demanding mask availability, mask mandates in hospitals, and clean air in all government buildings, including jails and detention centers. Go Violet. All right, this watermelon mask. It's 3.9 million views. July 9th, 2024. This isn't the COVID. This is like now. Let's see what this person's talking about. And look, it's hard to hear her because she's wearing a mask. There's like probably 4 masks underneath. So it's hard to hear what she's saying.
Hi, Violet Affleck, Los Angeles resident, first-time voter. I'm 18. I contracted a post-trial condition in 2019. I'm okay now, but I saw firsthand that medicine does not always have answers to the consequences of even minor viruses. The COVID-19 pandemic has thrown that into sharper relief. 1 in 10 infections leads to long COVID, which is a devastating neurological cardiovascular illness that can take away people's ability to work, move, see, and even think, stands to exacerbate our homelessness crisis, as well as the suffering of many people in our city. It hits communities of color, disabled people, elderly people, trans people, women, and anyone in a public-facing essential job the hardest. To confront the long COVID crisis, I demand mask availability, air filtration, and far UVC light in government facilities, including jails and detention centers, and mask mandates in county medical facilities. We must expand the availability of high-quality free tests and treatment, and most importantly, the county must oppose mask bans for any reason. They do not keep us safer. They make vulnerable members of our community less safe and make everyone less able to participate in Los Angeles together. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh wow! So she said all that in one unbreathing, like in one full sentence. Mentions trans, LGBTQ, low minorities, etc. Mask mandates everywhere. Ventilation. Ventilation isn't too bad, but then the mask stuff and oppose mask bans. All right. Anyways, and let's see the quote stuff here. View quotes. Let's see what they got. My hero. Okay, we got some. We still got some brainwash here. Thank you, Violet, for your voice. And then we have the oh man, the mask thing. So I gotta go. I guess. I mean, the mask thing. So I gotta go. I guess support. I don't know what this means. She fights for mass social justice. No mask bans. All right. Wear a mask for children, seniors, and medically vulnerable people. Wear a mask to avoid long COVID. All right. Propaganda is pretty strong still. Okay, this is a lot of pro people, and this person's wearing. Okay, she, her, Violet, MF Affleck. Yes, ma'am. COVID isn't over. COVID is airborne. Okay, let's see this person. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright. Ah, man. She, her is, COVID isn't over. Neurodivergent fam. Please, like, what is happening? Okay, this is another one. This is Liberty Talks right here, Canada. This Odessa, I'm going to actually message her, see if we got a live stream, or I can go maybe on her show. And she was going over this Global Trends 2025 document. And let's see the link. They have a link to the document. Where's the document? Where's the document in here? Okay, she didn't put the document. So I got a Telegram right here. Video. I think it's like this. No. 2025. Okay, another thing. I have 30 stuff on 2025. So 2025 is a big day. Okay, this was. I got to go. MES links right here. 2020. Oh, I have it scheduled. So I have it scheduled for later. Okay, let's see right here. So, November 2008, U.S. government document titled Global Trends 2025 Transformed World, and this is a Liberty video, included predictions are of a global pandemic, mass migration, and an October surprise of an extreme weather event. This is Global Trends 2025 Transformed World. This is from November 2008. All right, they have, oh, I hate when it pops up like that. Okay, anyways, messed up. Just show up. Okay, when I click it, sometimes the desktop goes all over the place. I mean, the web Telegram. Anyways, I'm just going to open this up here. Okay, pandemic. This is 2025 government document. This is a literally government website. Okay, and they're talking about a global emergence of a global pandemic by 2025, and so on. And I think they also massive migration of Muslims. I think Muslims in Europe. I don't know, how do I go to it? Yeah, so Muslims in Europe. So they're saying is Western Europe is going to increase dramatically immigration and so on. And so they're all telling you everything. And another one is October surprise. So this is where I if you want a betting one, I would be like bet Democrats will win. And then after the October surprise, sell. because right now it's a huge favorite that Trump's going to win the election. But then there's always an October surprise. October surprise. Illustrates impact of inattention to global climate change, unexpected major impacts narrow the world's range of options, and so on. And let's go back here. October surprise. So this one right here. Whoops. Okay. Whoops. Go back here. And scenario 2, the October surprise. In the following fictionalized account, global inattention to climate change leads to major unexpected impacts, thrusting the world into a new level of vulnerability. Scientists are currently uncertain whether we have already hit a tipping point at which climate change has accelerated and whether there is little we can do, including reducing emissions, that will mitigate effects even over the long term. Most scientists believe we will not know whether we have hit a tipping point until it's too late. Uncertainties about the peace and specific vulnerabilities impacts from climate change are likely to persist over the next 15 to 20 years. Even for knowledge about climate change deepens, according to many scientists, an extreme weather event, as described in this scenario, could occur. Coping with greater frequency of such events, coupled with other physical impacts of climate change, such as growing water scarcities and food crises, may preoccupy policymakers, even while options for solving such problems dwindle. In this example, relocating the New York Stock Exchange to a less vulnerable location is considered. Again, New York Stock Exchange, but serious consideration also would be given to relocating other institutions to ensure continuity of operations. Although the scenario focuses on an event that occurs in the U.S., other governments have been caught by surprise of different types of environmental disasters and have suffered a loss of standing. Mitigation efforts further cutbacks on carbon emissions and are unlikely to make any difference, or at least in the short run, according to this account. Such a world involving major dislocations could threaten both developed and developing countries. And then what they have is October 1, 2020, they have a presidential diary, this fictionalized one about the October surprise. And this is, again, 2020. Notice how their prediction of the October surprise, 2020, interesting. But it hasn't happened yet. But so something may happen. Evening all. Didn't realize MES was starting so soon. Yeah, I put it there. And now the reasons, yeah, because I'm going paddleboarding soon. So I'm gonna go paddleboard. I'm ending this in like a few seconds. I was wondering where Land of Revisionist was. It's earlier time for yours. It's not your usual 1 a.m. All right, stock exchange. Okay, so I wanted to go one more thing. One positive about the thing that they predicted was they said that climate change. They said 2 climate change winners. Russia has the potential to gain the most from increasing tempered weather. Russia's vast untapped reserves of natural gas and oil in Siberia and also offshore in the Arctic. And the warmer temperatures should make the reserves considerably more accessible. This would be a huge boon to the Russian economy, as presently 80% of the country's exports and 32% of the government's revenues derive from the production of energy and raw materials. Interesting. So it's pretty much all just raw material energy. This is why, again, Russia, they're all part of the other guy saying they're pro-Putin. Russia's exporting just basically conventional energy and coal, oil, whatnot, and gas, as opposed to free energy. Like, literally free energy exists. All right? Like, 9/11 is turned to dust using ridiculous tech. So if you're pro-Putin, you shouldn't be here. So in addition, the opening of an Arctic waterway could provide economic and commercial advantages. However, Russia could be hurt by damaged infrastructure as the Arctic tundra melts and will need new technology to develop the region's fossil energy. And also another winner is Canada. So it's, again, 2008 document, government in 2025, Canada will be a winner because of climate change. Will be spared several serious North American climate-related developments. Intense hurricanes and withering heat waves and climate change could open up millions of square miles to development. Access to the resource-rich Hudson Bay would be improved, and be a circumpolar power ringing a major portion of a warming Arctic could become a geopolitical and economic bonus. Additionally, agricultural growing seasons will lengthen. Net energy demand for heating, cooling will likely drop, and forests will expand somewhat into the tundra. However, not all soil in Canada can take advantage of the change in growing season, and some forest products are already experiencing damage due to changes in pest infestation enabled by warmer climates. Interesting, yeah. And the squirrels are eating our cucumbers. All right, so anyways, guys, that is this one. I think I'm going to close this. So check out that document. Also, this is that in Michael Rubin. So Michael Rubin is a billionaire that is like unknown. He's like, I think he's like an Epstein billionaire. Kind of has like dirt on everybody. So here's Michael Rubin. He tweeted June 5th, 2021, and he says, Robert, you look and act 25. This is a billionaire owner of the New England Patriots, the winningest NFL team in history, the one that had Tom Brady for like 5-6 championships or whatnot. And they're in bed together for some reason. Hey, happy birthday, Robert. You look 40 and act 20. LOL, you're the absolute best. Thanks for always being there for me. You're a great mentor and best friend. I've learned so much from watching you in action. Look forward to many more decades of fun together. Love you, Patriots. All right, and that's a New England Patriots owner, Robert Kraft. And what in the world is he doing there? And you go to a few quote comments. A lot of sus, sweet fancy mouse. What is he doing? All right, and again, to illustrate he's the Epstein type here, you can go Rubin, Jay-Z. I'll just put Jay-Z and Kraft, and another guy, Meek Mill. All right, so this one right here. So this one, Michael Rubin. He's a billionaire guy that somehow, and he's the one that hosts all white parties. So remember when I said he's like the Epstein, he's like the Diddy. He has his own Diddy parties. So who is Michael Rubin, and all but the host of the star-studded Hamptons White Party. He's there with Tom Brady. You got the basketball players. You got James Harden and some other guy, and he's with everybody. He's especially basketball players. Let's see right here. I want to go. He's with Meek Mill. There's Robert Kraft. Yes, Meek Mill, Robert Kraft, and Meek Mill's the one that allegedly Diddy'd him. All right, and then he's with all these other. There's the Usher as well. So he has all white parties. Again, it's like all white Freemason party or something, like initiation party. And going further. Okay, now Rubin, Meek Mill, and Jay-Z sent Robert Kraft his dream Bentley for his 80th birthday. So you got a bunch of billionaires and multi-hundred millionaires buying a billionaire. Let's see, Robert Kraft and they're buying him a Bentley. All right, well after he was in bed. Where's the bed one? Okay, where's the bed? This was what date was this? Oh, June 5th. So that was June 5th, and this is June 7th. So 2 days later, he gives him a Bentley. So He's in bed with him on June 5th, 2021. Happy birthday. And then June 7th, he uploads this video. Okay. Robert Kraft net worth. And he's buying a billionaire, like an expensive car. Is it worth 11 billion, 11.1 billion. All right. And he's the one who hosts all white parties. That's what he buys them.
We knew you wouldn't get it yourself. You know, you went all in for this house, so we thought it was going to be tough for you. So we thought we were getting you the car that you were looking at.
That's exactly what. Oh man.
And the kissing them. Okay, that's okay.
This came from Meek and Jay and Will and Alan and Des and Jonathan.
God, that's exact. How the fudge did you get it?
Because
we couldn't get
we
it.
have resources. It came from Florida. It's been driving on a flatbed for a long time. We'll spend hours.
Bentley, a birthday gift.
Here's your.
Oh, are you kidding? This is. I want to get something we knew you wouldn't get yourself.
All right. All right. All right. What in the world is going on here? Again, that's Billionaires giving up a Bentley. All right. I think one more thing I wanted to show, or no more. Anyways, I'm just gonna close some stuff here. Okay, actually, yeah, the truth is pretty epic. The truth is pretty good. Like bi-daily content up there. What happens to the all-white party? This guy's a pretty interesting channel right here. Definitely check this out. Watch. Yeah, this is the all-white party. Again, this guy knows a lot about the Freemasons stuff. This guy's pretty interesting channel, but he has a lot of weird photos with them. There's a 7 foot basketball player, Joel Embiid, and with him he has weird photos, compromising one. So there's another one here. Wait. There's another one, I think, of Rick Ross. So there's Mike Rubin. There's that thing of Rick Ross. And he's wearing his underwear or whatnot. It has like pants with nothing on the background there. Anyways, watch it. Oh crap! Okay, it's just ridiculous. Okay, and let's say video. Put video, and I will update this. Okay, and I think I am pretty much done there. I think one more thing is, yeah, so the Meek Mill one, Diddy'd him apparently, allegedly, pretty much confirmed. Alright guys, that is all for today. I gotta get ready. I gotta go paddleboarding. Let's go. I think I had some other paddleboarding photos before. I'll do a quick search of my paddleboarding ones, and then I'll send it, then I'll get out. Okay. Paddle. Is there any images? I gotta find some images. Okay. Oh yeah, we had. Okay, so we did paddleboarding there. Where's the photos? We had some epic photos. Okay, I can't find the paddleboarding. Anyways, we'll do that next time. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Okay, that's a paddle. Okay, I'll do one more thing because I'm still in the. That's paddling. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go paddleboarding soon. Let's do a tutorial on paddling.
Talking on a turn. That's a paddling. Looking out the window. That's a paddling. Staring at my handles. That's a paddling. Paddling the school canoe. Oh, you better believe that's a paddling.
Alright. So, paddling school canoe, you better believe that's a paddling. Alright, guys, that is all for today. Yeah, so now that I've been originally, yeah, I'll message you next time directly. You got serious FOMO. I think, yeah, I saw some of your stuff. There's supposed to be a debate between Richard Gage and Andrew Johnson. I think that's actually happened. I'll let me know when that is, but I'll let you know before. Next week should be regular time. Anyways, guys, have a good one. I'm ending the stream now in yeah, I'll say thanks for joining. Alright, let's change this up. Early next time. Alright, have a good one, guys. And have a good one. And that's all for today, guys. And I'm going to end the stream in 3. I'm going to zoom out. I'll see what the chart was. How many people we had? 24 max. Okay, that's pretty good for an early morning one. Alright, have a good one, guys. That's all for today. And stay tuned for another math easy solution. End stream.